Shush, Andrew. You're not meant to hear me. I was meant to have that muted. Right, let me see. Hold on. Is the chatbot working? Okay, I see it's live. So why didn't that click when I... Anyway. Hello! Hello, everyone. How are you? Hope you have a lovely morning, day, or night, wherever you're in the world. We are here on the tube. Yes, that's how all the cool kids refer to it. Am I right? Am I right? I'm not, am I? How are you? Yes, surprise stream. Hello. In reality, I'm kind of preparing for Summer Game Fest because, of course, we've been streaming on Twitch a lot. But we need to come over here and have a little looky and see if we get everything okay. So, mind me. Hello. How are you doing? I am going to try to keep up with chat. I'm just finishing some of the... Are you bold? Dr. Banana Man says. Is an absolute banger of a stream already. No, my hairline is just absolutely feckin' terrible. Like, and also I have just popped out of a shadow, so it looks worse than it is. It is. I mean, to be fair, I've actually got really long hair. It's just I have it quite long, but the headset doesn't really help with that. And also, massive forehead. Often my my kids call me 5 head. I get it everywhere. So, yeah, there's that. So, let me catch up. Altac, hello. How are you? Supervisor, hello. Hello, Carly. Hello, Andrew. Where are we? Hello. Is it Katie? Wilson. I'll say Wilson. Hello, Wilson. Close enough. Normal account. What kind of other account are we talking? Hello, how are you? Started watching you 8 years ago. Wow. Don't do that. Honestly, thank you. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for being patient with me. It's been a weird ride. It really has, especially for... This is awfully loud. Is it loud for anyone else? I'm going to drop that down. It's been a weird ride. It's been a very interesting one. But yeah, thank you for sticking with me, and I really appreciate it. Again, sorry, I get flustered. That is an advert. I forget Leanne has YouTube Premium, not me, for goodness sake. It's a nightmare when I try to do these all the time. I should have the actual, like, soundtrack on the hard drive, so I don't know. I just thought it'd be easy to use the YouTube one. But no, apparently not. It's revealed me yet again to be a filthy casual, as I am. So I do apologise. But I will have that ready for next time. Anyway, Dr. Nightmare, hello, how are you? Mutter Steak, is that how I say it? Yeah. Hello, how are you? Hey, Gemini, how are you? Boyata BG. Oh, God, I can never say your name. How many push-ups can Chuck Norris do? I remember this one. Oh, I can't remember what it is. It's something about the earth. I know what it is, damn it. I really miss those old... Oh, all of them. Ah, God damn it. He doesn't do push-ups. The earth just pushes away for its own safety. Little Nightmares Free. Boom, that's all I need to say. Yeah, of course. Misled Spider. I like the name. Chuck doesn't push himself up. He pushes... I swear that was it. Yeah, Gemini, that's the one. That is the one. So how is everyone? I hope you're okay. There has been a lot of changes on the YouTube algorithm I have seen. So again, please bear with me. I am very much a terrible streamer, as a lot of the Twitch viewers can attest to. When it comes to so yeah, so I thought it'd be a nice little, again, we can play some games if you want to, but I do want to talk about Little Nightmares 3 and the upcoming events. Like I mentioned earlier, I gotta try to keep up with chat though, I do apologise. Working on my visual novel, just finished another drawing for it. How are you? Oh, lovely, Lily. Is that the one you shared in Discord? I'm really intrigued to see how that plays out. Keep us posted on that. Very interested. Puppy Queen, how are you? Yes, it was very random. No pre-announcement, no nothing. It is just on. It's very me. Like, honestly, like, again, I was going to lead into it earlier, but, you know, I do want to thank every one of you for putting up with me, as well as like Leanne, for instance, for putting up with my inconsistencies and my sort of fluctuations between projects all the time. And of course, never have I put down Little Nightmares, I know, but it has like the speed of like content and things have slowed down quite a little bit and things like that. And hopefully with Little Nightmares 3 coming now, that will now sort of subside and it should be a lot more consistent. Hopefully. Advert, I am sorry, Dr. Nightmare. I did just change that, so it shouldn't do it a lot. Apparently, though, YouTube live streaming now does a thing where it sort of minimizes the box, still plays it, but then shows an ad rather than does a whole new ad. I don't know. Again, very out the loop with YouTube streaming. Do you know if there will be a demo for Little Nightmares? So, yeah, like, I want to talk about some of the stuff. Like, so, we can... a demo's a great little starting place. In Yaki W Plays. Is that how I pronounce that? Let me know if I pronounce it wrong, please. But yes, things like that are like what we are going to talk about today. Again, I do want to keep up with chat. I'm really trying to. I just woke up from a nap. Oh, envy you. So you streaming. Oh, no, thank you, Carly. You don't have to drop by. But I appreciate your face. Again, this is very random. But a demo. So, number one, a demo. Demo would... I don't want to say outright no, because of course there's definitely a demo floating around, and we do know that recently there has been the announcement of the... So there's two conventions I know currently that have a demo in some capacity, and also it's worth mentioning TwitchCon has just gone by. And that was more for Elden Ring though, so I won't get that twisted. But I know a lot of the Bandai community managers and people were there for that. I don't, again, think it was very Elden Ring focused, but other than that, we know I forget what it's called, because there's one set in, I think it's Poland, and the Asian one, and for the life of me, I cannot remember the names. And then we've also got the Summer Games Fest. Now, Summer Games Fest is more of a showcase, yada, yada, yada. We don't need to worry about that one. I do think, we'll come on to that later, though. But I do think that the demo that we're sort of being told about that's going to be at the Polish event and also the Asian one, I think that this could be a big hint towards that one might become public. Excuse me. Again, I'm not going to put all my eggs in the basket, because I do feel like they have took what we've said from Little Nightmares 2, because I don't know about you. Again, let me know in the comments. It would be fantastic. Well, it feels like a video. Let me know in the chat if you feel the same way. But I feel like Little Nightmares 2, the marketing was a little too much. They had too much shown. There was not much mystery going into it. Of course, when you actually did play Little Nightmares 2, there was probably one chapter. You didn't see it all within the whole sort of marketing of it. But I feel like this time, again, it was my biggest issue when they did the feedback. Shout out to anyone that remembers the feedback form. Big old shout out. But I remember when I was putting in the feedback form, one of my biggest sort of like criteria was I think they over marketed and showed too much. Definitely too much. It was too revealing, like Abraham said. Abraham guy says. Jesus. Also, YouTube has spoiled it for me. Yes. So my big thing this time around is, of course, as you can imagine, being a YouTuber, a lot of things you're going to hear is people love those click-through rates. Creators love them. They sip those percentages like mad. And this is why it becomes a little bit... because what I'm thinking of doing for me in particular, I don't want to spoil it, definitely. I feel like it's a bit unfair. There's been many instances before where I think it was Poppy, actually. Poppy Chapter 4, I did a theory right out the gate, did a thumbnail, and of course it was very much on the nose, blah, blah, blah. But it did ruin it for a few people, and I've took that lesson, and I think going for the reveal of Little Nightmares 3, what I think I'll do is I'll of course do a very sort of safe thumbnails, and I think the safe thumbnails class is like the first 5 minutes of the game or something similar, because I don't plan uploading my Little Nightmares playthrough as parts. I think I'm going to do it all in one, because I actually do want to do one with myself playing it, and I also want to do like a fun one with me and Leanne playing through it and like having a little giggle the whole way through and things like that. So I do want to do 2 little let's plays, but then I do want to have the explain video out as soon as possible and things like that. But I do want to try and curve it a little bit for everyone else. But what was I talking about? Demo. Were we on about demo? We were on about demo, weren't we? Please let me know. Yeah, Dan TTM. I think, yeah, that's quite a nice little, yeah, I think Dan, because I think it was their chapter 4 Poppy videos. I think the thumbnails were quite good for that as well. So I think, again, but you will run into it a lot on YouTube. So if you're like, absolutely do not want it to be spoiled, try and stay away from YouTube for at least till the first few days, at least till you get your playthrough at least, because again, I can't speak for myself, but well, I speak for myself, but I can't speak for any other YouTubers. I will try and reel in my thumbnails completely. Give it a week, then I will do like, you know, the big cool reveal videos and thumbnails and really try and drive that engagement. But I won't be doing that out the gate. But again, so be warned for that when it does come to it coming out and things like that. Yeah, just Lily said, I've learned to keep YouTube closed whenever patches released for certain games. Yes. My other problem with Little Nightmares 2 is it felt... my other problem with Little Nightmares 2 was it felt too short. Each chapter felt like it was... You know what? I kind of agree. And you can quote me all day. I think I say this all the time. I think for Little Nightmares 2, the hospital was a little... The school was a little bit... Was it the school or hospital I used to say? Either way, the school was a little too long for me, as in comparison to everything else. Supervisor, are you going to stream Summer Game? Yes, Supervisor. This is what this is practice for, if you will. This is definitely what the practice is for. But yeah, I think the school chapter was definitely long, too long in my books. Again, teacher was a fantastic monster resident, but I do think Little Nightmares 2 had like a weird fluctuation between progress and length in each chapter. It was, and I think that's what threw me off, but also kind of kept me on my toes with it. But yeah, I do think it was, I hope in Little Nightmares 3 they kind of keep it a little bit more consistent. Again, I'm all for a bit of variation in between, yada yada yada. But I don't want to feel like the whole game is focused solely on one thing. Vortex says, Jord, how do you feel about the Little Nightmares 3 trailers in general? Like, do you feel like they work well or are they meh? Supermassive Games outsource the team called Wi-Fi to produce them. I imagine that a lot of things are going to be having Bandai's input, so I think a lot of outsourcing is going to be done with a good few marketing bits from now on. I think that's going to be a very consistent thing we're going to see going forward. And the question is, can they only work with what they were given? And like I was saying earlier, if they have learned from Little Nightmares 2 and they are concealing a lot of the stuff within Little Nightmares, I think it does look good for what it is. I am again excited for Little Nightmares 3, and I thought the trailers were very good for what they were. And again, I feel like they've left enough of a breadcrumb. And again, I really enjoyed ironically, I really enjoyed the color palette. And from what we know from the new gameplay video, we know that Necropolis does have actually a nighttime section as well as that sort of orangey daytime section. So I'm very, very happy with how it looks. I think Supermassive Games are doing a bloody fantastic job. Let that be on record. Are you playing Little Nightmares 2? I can hear the Hunter. I've got it on loop, Z-Rocks. It's just constantly going. I was getting into it then. I could hear it like ramping right up. When is the event? So Summer Games Fest is on the 6th, I think. Where is it? Oh, June the 7th. So we've got 6 days away. But I believe is that the stream or is that the actual event though? No, June 6th is the video event. Yeah, June 6th. Yeah. The actual marketing side of it all is June 7th. but that's like the bit after everything you kind of want to see. Watching on my TV. Hello, Dr. Nightmare. How's your sofa? Is it comfy? June 6. But yeah. George, who's more punchable, teacher or Roger? Oh, I don't know. Can I counter your question with another question? Just a Wendy Bat. If you were going to throw an object at the teacher or Roger, what would it be in particular? Because I personally... Oh, TMS, thank you for subscribing. Because I personally feel like I would get a lot of satisfaction throwing a brick at the teacher. But then I also would be very satisfied with throwing like a wooden saw at the janitor. I don't know, it's a weird quirk I have. So, I don't know, just I've got quirks like that, leave me alone. I find it more funny to think about things like that. Hey Akika, how are you? Watching on my TV but laying in bed. Oh, nice one, Blade. I'm so excited for the Little Nightmares. Yes, the Little Nightmares 3 soundtrack I am super excited about as well. And you might have to correct me here, but I'm pretty sure Tobias has nothing to do with the new soundtrack, which again sucks. But knowing he did actually contract, I believe, on a little bit of the sounds of Nightmares, gives me a little bit of hope that we might not see him, if that helps. Maybe there's like one track with him involved, maybe. That would be great. But so far, so good. I will say as much. I like the variation they've done on the trailer already. That's also been, I think, quite... I vibe. Right. Anyway, what's your... Oh yeah, I think Vortex. I think I just went into that. I can't wait to cause bugs and glitches in Little Nightmares 3 to break the monsters. Yeah, I can't wait to do all that jazz. It's gonna be interesting.
The true story of a broadband customer who wrestled with destiny.
Oh, go away. Is that PlusNet? I was only a bit involved with the Little Nightmares. See, I remember he had like some kind of sprinkle in there, but I can't remember if he had like a proper. I just figured out you were in one of the Yakuza. Yeah, I was. It was Six's vodka one, I believe. It was good fun, actually. I really enjoyed that. I rarely get to do like animated like video voiceovers, so I really enjoy doing them, and it was a great video. And I absolutely love Yakuza. I always say his name wrong, I believe. I can never really say it, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was really good fun. I heard you from Gemini. Oh, nice. Yeah, Gemini's great. Hopefully, I think me and Gemini might be having something. Might have to do some videos together in the future, hopefully. But again, I know Gemini's a very busy man. But yeah, I'm glad to hear it. But I can't wait to torment the residents in Little Nightmares 3. Yeah, I can't wait to. I think this time round I'm gonna try and do some buggy videos, like a little collection of things I find hilariously funny. Do you think we'll get some more news about the descent to... Yes, I think, and I've got like an inkling, but I do feel like they're gonna do a big reveal somewhere down the line. Because we've also got to remember the books are coming at some point too. There's the 2 books, we've got the comic, and then we've also got potentially a new trailer for Little Nightmares 3, and I don't know, but I've got a feeling we might see a release date on this new one. My eggs are in the Summer Games Fest basket quite easily. Gemini would consider it an honor. Well, I hope he says that. Wait, there was a carnival of the boss there as a clown. I think they might be leaning towards the more Sound of Nightmares of that area. And if we remember the purple metal suit, it's going to be a fun one. That one actually sounds like petrifying. George, you believe Otto is the Mirror Man? It's an interesting concept and it's an interesting theory, but a little bit of cool, interesting news. I've actually got a theory for Little Nightmares coming out in the next few days, like a proper Little Nightmares theory, like what I haven't done in a while. Like, and we do talk about the Mirror Man again because I do want to do a video talking about like everything you need to know about the Mirror Man, but then no one really knows enough about the Mirror Man to do that kind of video. It's a bit funny. I don't know which side to sort of fall on that one. But I do think the Mirror Man is like, I feel like that's why they, again, I hate this topic now because it's very hard to, because I went scouring for the tweet that said that comics had been like decanonized or cancelled, or they don't class them as canonically correct anymore. I did go and search high and far for that tweet, even like doing like some silly digging for hours trying to find it, because I was under the impression that they had removed the 2017 comics canonically years ago. They did that years ago, and I still believe it's because the comics revealed way too much way too soon. And the more that comes out with Little Nightmares and like Sounds of Nightmares and things like that, I just can't shake the feeling that the comics were like pinpoint. They were exactly where it was going. Hey JK Mole, how are you? All you need to know about the Mirror Man is that Dave. Yeah, I'm happy that Dave clarified that. I'm very happy. I'm very happy he clarified that. Because if there is one thing I think, without spoiling too much, I think the Mirror Man is a little... Well, I know I said I connected the Mirror Man in a similar fashion to like Mono and the Thin Man to Low and the Mirror Man, but I don't think the connection's that new, if you will. I think the Mirror Man actually stems from a long, long time ago in the nowhere. But yeah, I think we'll get into this in a video. But I hope there won't be a clown film. Yeah, I think clowns are quite boring, aren't they, nowadays? Like, they're in everything. For again, it fits the theme, it fits the setting. But I think if we're going off the Sounds of Nightmares, I swear, it feels like the way that was set up is that has to be some like correlation between one of the chapters in Little Nightmares 3, because it's just too well planned. You know what I mean? Like, it's just way well planned. Dr. Banana Man, you look like my dad if you were bald. Every comment I see from Dr. Banana Man is like there's some correlation between me and bald. I love it. About the Otto is the Mirror Man thing, I'm pretty sure they didn't allow the artist to post the concept art of the cover for the Sounds of Nightmares because it gave the twist away. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm on the fence. I feel like that might be a bit too set up. I feel like there might, I would like there to be a little bit. Again, you can argue for and against that all day, to be fair, but I do think it would be too easy. But it would be such a good setup in the same brushstroke. Like, anyway, Baldy's Basics, Big Jaw. I like fairies. I'm gonna start a petition for them to make a hard to the core to Little Nightmares 3. Oh no, don't. Honestly, that was such a pain trying to get that that achievement. What's it with the bowl guy? It's my hairline. It's got worse, mate. I am like, I think 32 now, so it's gonna get worse. And plus, the headset doesn't help, does it? I wonder if they put the Ferryman in as well. I reckon the Ferryman will definitely make an appearance in Little Nightmares 3. It has to, especially speaking like story and the whole intertwining of the nowhere. It has to. Like, we have to see the Mirror Man. Not the Mirror Man, for God's sake. He's on my mind. What's your guesses? Trying to ask here again, what are your guesses for whatever the other 3 unknown chapters are? You know, Vortex, that would make a good video, actually. That would make a good video. I mean, off the top of my head, I feel like we're going to get a dock level. I know that sounds really silly, but I feel like we're going to get like a dock market level. And I don't know why, but ever since I saw that clip of like the moor that looks like the moor, and then also that cart that was like leaning and they jump off, I can't help but just shake that feeling it's like a dock market sort of thing. Sorry, Mike. But like, I can't help shake the feeling it's like a little market area and sort of the docks, or like a harbour. Harbour would be like a good little one. I feel like that's kind of an interesting one. The candy factory in the carnival is a really interesting one, though. I am excited for them. Again, I think Little Nightmares is going in the direction it needs to go in. Like, a lot of people say, like, you know, they're not happy with where it's going, blah, blah, blah. I think that's very normal to feel that way, especially when a new studio takes over. But I think of all the studios to take over, Supermassive were perfect for it because they bring that element of horror further into Little Nightmares. And I think the Supervisor is an absolutely fantastic example of that. I think the Supervisor actually is probably the first time in a while I've been kind of scared to go against the character in Little Nightmares. Like, don't be wrong, the lady's funny, she floats around, job done. The teacher, long neck, again, does the job. Bit scary, kind of funny, cracked. Scares you in a few senses. But the You're Being Watched trailer was very, very factory focused. It has a very different vibe from the other games, but they're good. Yes, that's it, Sponge. Sponge? I would say that, Sponge. I have no doubt we're going to release it in the next wave. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be delayed again. It generally would. It'll be such a bad sort of business move if it is delayed again. It sort of, again, correlates if we took the leak from, like, what was that, like, release window leak that we had years ago? It was about 2 years ago, wasn't it? Roughly. I don't know how to pronounce my name either. Fair enough. So we know where the candy cane came from. It could be the... Yeah, again, that opens up a fantastic avenue for DLC. Now, I know Little Nightmares 3 isn't even out, and I'm thinking of DLC, but that does open up a fantastic little possible chance that we get some little sort of correlation between Little Nightmares 2 and Little Nightmares 3 and some little bits of information that we can see scattered throughout the game. Again, I'd love that callback if they could. And again, it could explain as well why the Lollipop Kid was cut from Little Nightmares 2. But I remember they were doing, Tarzia was saying, as they were doing, like, they did a interview. Is it the magazine interview? I can't remember. They did one for Reanimal, obviously, recently. And they were saying that basically they plan and go, I think is how they, well, not how they would refer to, how I would. They plan and go as the development. Like, I know the feeling because you play and you get a feel for how the game feels and then flows into sections and how it changes. But, like, I very rarely have ever sat down and gone, right, my game is going to do this, this, and this. No. So I get why they do what they do, because, again, it makes the sort of gameplay more organic and natural. And, again, follow the fun. And I think this is why initially a lot of those kids were removed. I think they were going to have some kind of entwining with the comics. And I think they might even be able to reuse them in Little Nightmares 3, perhaps even similar to how the sort of glitches work in Little Nightmares 2. Maybe there's like a throwaway thing that, like, collectible, for instance, that all those kids then become a part of, especially for the factory one. The factory one is just a massive hello. But yeah, do we know how long Little Nightmares 3 is in development? I feel like I did have a number for that, like an estimated date. It definitely was. I think if you want a good sort of ballpark, think about when the enhanced edition took off with Little Nightmares 2, because I believe that's when Supermassive were officially entwined with Little Nightmares 2. So there would have had to have been a bit prior to it. So I'm guessing that, was a thing. So it would have started around there. Dr. Banana. Yeah, okay. McVoid, do they turn the guest beings into... That would be a wild journey. That would be a wild journey if they did. Again, maybe not. Maybe it did. Maybe. Again, I think like the mall has that covered. Here is a question. If the Mirror Man is the main antagonist, what setting would he likely be in? A mirror world or a big mansion? So it's funny. It's funny Will says, Will Man this city. If I said that right. It's funny they say that because we know from the comics that it does take place in a mansion when they interact with the Mirror Man. And of course, that gives us the setting. So saying the mansion would be a good setting is a good shout. But I also feel like, you know how, similar to how Mono transferred into the TV and did the whole, swimming through the void. I think we might get another sort of version of that, but maybe possible in like a mirror sense. And again, I think that would look fantastic. What crossovers would you want to see with Little Nightmares? Ooh, there are quite a few. I mean, the Fortnite one keeps getting recommended. We have a little bit of a hint of it in DVD. Again, DVD is a bit of a fun one. It would have to be like just collections, because either it would have to be a lot of the residents become skins, or we could have like charms for the survivors, or maybe like an outfit. I mean, they could easily do a few of them. Like, I would love a Dwight with a mono headbag. Now, that's a skin I'd run. I really want to know. That's a good shout as well. I do feel like we might get an answer for if the children are able to escape the nowhere. I do feel like it's possible. There's something in me that says there is. The teacher should be a killer. I'm calling it right now. Yeah, I mean, it could be a good one. But I think of sake of like mechanic and ease, I think Deathslinger for the Hunter would be probably the easiest to do. Oh man, I should have asked about the CM about potential collabs. Oh no, is that Anto? Is that you? I can't remember these names. I can't remember the names. They should make 6 and mono DVD skins. It's weird though, because you can't. The kids, so they can't get into the DVD like that. Oh, it is Arto. Yeah, thank you, Arto. I remember. I couldn't remember if that was because I recognised the name, but I'm like, no, I'm sure it's something to do with Arto. But yeah, you should have. You should have asked. I'm glad you got to speak to him though, Arto. I'm glad. How was TwitchCon? I don't think children. Ooh, so we don't think. So that's a good. Hold on. I want to see your thoughts, chat. I want to see your thoughts. Do you think children can escape? Oh, I love the teacher's piano. What is it? I can never bloody remember the name. What's it called? A 2 for a minor. No, I know I pronounced that wrong. A minor. That's right, I'll just call it A minor. I love that one though. Edu, yeah, there you go. Edu of a minor. I can never remember that. It's because I'm not multilingual, you see. There you go. Let's start a poll. Do you think the children can escape the nowhere? I want to know. That's all I want. I just want to know what you think. Because I feel like, yes, they can. I feel like you would have to be very damned to not escape the nowhere. But then I do think some of the residents are there for that. It's like a sort of control. Yes, but not as children. Oh, it's interesting you say that. Honestly, I've been looking at this, the same nostalgic feel from Little Nightmares. What's I hope Yeah, I feel like Little Nightmares 3 is going to be, I think it's going to be on point. I think a lot of people are going to worry all the way up to it, but then I think when they get their hands on it and actually play it, it's going to be different. I think they're going to really enjoy it. I think from what I've seen, I'm happy. Very happy. And, you know, the question now is if it becomes Supermassive Games' job to keep that going, especially with the help of Bandai, because again, luckily Bandai is still there. Bandai is still looking after the projects and everything that goes with it. So again, I'm happy about that because there's always someone to oversee it. There's always someone to keep Supermassive on track if they need to and things like that. They can escape if they beat the eye behind it all. Ooh. I do like the idea that there are like a group of sort of, I think you would say factions, if you will. Like the Residents had a great, the DLC The Residents was great for this because I really do think, you have to forgive me, I have got a bit of a cold. Because The Residents does have a great bit of lore drop with the books and studies in the library, because it does have specific books about certain symbols within the world of the nowhere, and I do think all these symbols correlate to something and someone within the nowhere. And again, it's just we knew the lady because that was the masked book, and I think the eye is a completely different entity on its own. I think the eye monster, or the one who's controlling the eye, I like to think it's something to do with the lady, but I don't actually think it is. I think, and this is a very, feel free to disagree, I think the eye is actually a little bit more to do with the ferryman, because he is the one who oversees a lot of it. If you know what I mean, like, but that's like a very like sprinkle idea I have, but I would have to sort of really dig into that. I hope the comics adapt the lines of the fathers. I kind of would like that, Andrew. I kind of would like that. But I don't know. I feel like we'll be following more the story of the children, not the stories that are left behind. Because again, I think the whole stories are focused more on the nowhere and that sort of crossing of that. And I think that's where the main focus in. But again, you know what? You say that, but we are. It does look like we're following that detective. So I'm not going to disagree. Wait, I'm not going to. I don't disagree. I actually think we might see it. Do you think we'll see more of the ferryman? Yes, I think we'll definitely will, Fern. I want more. I want more Little Nightmares merch. Yes, yes, preach. It was actually quite amazing. I had so many cool things. I had bad people that are super nice. Might have talked about some shush stuff, but we'll see. Yeah, nice. I'm glad to see. I'm glad to see that one. I'm glad. I think the eye has more to do with the lady, because if you look into the game's file, they had to pray perhaps. Yes, yes. Oh, I forgot about that file. Yes, yeah. Because funny enough, I pulled up those animations. Funny, I think six months ago, roughly. Just having a nose for them again, and I totally forgot that praying one. But I can't think. I think that's more to do with the shrines around Little Nightmares in the Moor. Like, you know, we have those statues of the lady. I think it's something to do more with them. But again, it's each. It's what you think. It's whatever you make of it. I think Little Nightmares. I think Little Nightmares from now on, low and alone, will try to escape to nowhere. I think that's the ultimate goal of every child of the nowhere, is to escape flat out. You made the ferryman who has seen everything in the nowhere. I guess the ferryman takes the children to nowhere. Kind of. I kind of like to look at it as if the sense of the ferryman is always watching, in a sense too, because he is the one that's there to control the crossing of the voids and things, and rejects you back and things like that as well. I feel like the Sounds of Nightmares really touched up a lot on some of the stuff, and I don't know. I think we're going to learn a lot in Little Nightmares 3, and I am all for it. YouTube's just made some little, yeah, I posted about it in the community and on the Twitter. They do look really fun, those the YouTubes. There is a debate to be had though. Is Six's hair brown? I'm sure it's not brown. It's black, right? Her hair is black. It's got to be. I honestly feel like I had a bit of a what is it? The Mandela effect. I was like, I'm sure it's black. I'm damn sure it's black, not brown. But then again, I laugh because they've got the like up eyes, haven't they, on mono? It's like, yeah, very black, very good. So since they use the ferryman as the guardian of the fresh air, I wonder if it's still true. He takes the children to the moor as well. Yeah, I believe the ferryman does. I think the ferryman is like I don't think he's good, but I don't think he's bad either. Like, it's such a weird. We don't have enough information on him to sort of really pinpoint it, but I do feel like he delivers the children to where he thinks they're necessary, if that makes sense. Morally grey. Yes, there you go, morally grey. From the Sounds of the Nightmares, do you think Ethan is a runaway kid? I believe I had that theory. Yeah, I did that theory a while ago. It was one of the... Yeah, I think I did that theory about... I think that was one of the only sort of theory videos I did from the Sounds of Nightmares. Ferryman would be chaotic neutral. Lawfully. Look, you're confusing me. It's chaotic, lawful. Which one are we going? Fan gamer plushies, Andrew said. I've never seen that. I don't think I've seen them, Andrew. I definitely don't own them. Yeah, I definitely don't own them. Oh, I have a recent addition to my collection of Little Nightmares, but you can't really see it because of the way the thing's angled. But there I've got this little fantastic drawing of Little Nightmares. It's fab. It's actually my daughter did this. It's a watercolor and it's bloody gorgeous. I love it. So it goes up by Danny DeVito because you know the greatest skill up there. But it's really out of frame at the moment. But yeah, I was really impressed with that. But I've got to start getting some more like really Little Nightmaresy stuff. I really suck at trying to design merch. Like, my background is so bare. If Six would fight Frisk from Undertale, who do you think would win? Oh my god, Undertale is like so far back in my memory bank. I cannot remember it. All I remember of Undertale is streaming it and saying rabbit. No, ribbit when it was a rabbit. Happy Pride Month. Yeah, it is. It's Pride Month, isn't it, Romberg? It is, isn't it? Happy Pride Month, everyone. Totally forgot about that. Is it? Yes, it starts this month, doesn't it? For some reason, I thought it started on the 7th. Nah, my brain's just cooked. Right, but I just hope it's worth it. Yeah, I think it will be soft static. I think it will be. I think Little Nightmares 3 is going to be like peak there. I think it will be. Oh well, perhaps 6 would take his soul. So I can't remember Undertale. Tell your daughters the Little Nightmares lore is a bedtime story. I think she's totally bored of me by now. Me and Leanne love talking about it. But I think she gets absolutely bored of it now. But again, can't Frisk regenerate because, well, determination. See, I remember that. Like, that's the whole reason you respawn, isn't it? Like, 6 scrat. Oh, God. Do you trust that Supermassive will take care of the franchise? I personally do. But a big interjection here is that it's Bandai that's going to actually look after the franchise. Again, I trust that Supermassive Games will. I feel like they have. They've done a fantastic job already. But I do feel, and you've got to remember, Bandai has been looking over this since Little Nightmares 1. If they're anyone to keep it sort of coherent and consistent to the art style and theme and planning and story, atmosphere, all that jazz, it's them. So I am very happy. I think it will be very well looked after. I just hope it doesn't end at Little Nightmares 3. And that's one thing I do kind of worry about. But again, I don't know. Bandai talk about Little Nightmares as a massive front IP, sort of as they did with Elden Ring. So I'm quite happy about that statement. So I think it's going to get a good amount of years in it. I would like, and I know this is probably a hot take. There you go, Andrew. Big Jordan is there still. This is a very hot take, but I actually would like a Very Little Nightmares 2. Not gonna lie, I actually quite enjoy the Very Little Nightmares mobile game. Although I didn't enjoy the price. I will say, I feel like it was a little overpriced. Yeah, I think if you're looking for a mobile game, you're looking at the most maybe £3. Like, oh Christ, I don't think I've ever spent more than £1 on a mobile game. Oh god, I've still got paint on my beard. I just realised that. So I've been painting the living room today, and I've still got a bloody bit of paint on my beard. For God's sake, I knew it wouldn't come out. That's why I had to have a shower before the stream, if you're wondering. Oh, God's sake, it's so annoying. Where was I? But yeah, I'd like Very Little Nightmares. Do you think that Very Little Nightmares is canon? Yes. It is canon. They confirmed it, and there is such good information in that game. Like, it's a shame. If they ported that to PC, and it would not be difficult to port that to PC. Hello, Stern. How are you? It would not be hard to port that to PC. It is literally one input. It would just be a case of rebuilding the builder again and the engine. No, it wouldn't. I think it's made in Unity. It would literally just be changing an input and then building it out again. And I think the moment that touched a PC and went on Steam or something, I think it will become very much more mainstream. John, I think you might need to shave it out. You know what? Funny you say that. I have been on the verge of trying to figure out if I want to keep my beard or not, and especially Oh yeah, on Switch. Yeah, Diablo. Diablo. That's right, isn't it? But I have been contemplating when we get rid of my beard completely, and also I've been really contemplating getting rid of my long hair as well. I've been thinking about going to just back to normal sort of like haircut or whatnot. Not a beardless me, because when I take the beard off completely, I look about 16 again, and I don't like it. It's just beardless. I'm pretty sure there's a channel in YouTube that which is recreated very little ways as a PC style. Oh, that'd be a good shout. That would be a good shout. Again, fan games are very hard to sort of get published or release. It's such a complicated, like, grey loophole all the time. That is, it's like, if Bandai don't know about it, I don't think they would pursue it. But the moment it sort of gets popular and it does really well, then it would be a problem. But again, even if you recreate, so one thing I learned from the Dark Deception coverage of like fan games and things like that, they had Vince had like a lawyer on. They were doing like a little one-to-one about things like that, and fan games came up, and it even the lawyer was even saying that if you even did a fan project of something, even if you modeled and textured objects and stuff yourself, did all the code, blah, 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 it still would be classed as part of the original IP, which again you don't own permission for, so it's really complicated. And again, they would have grounds to then sue you if you wanted to, but again, it's a very complicated process. Jordan, update on my little family because I keep forgetting. I can't remember the update. I cannot remember Dr. Nightmare. I've got so much going on. What month do you think Little Nightmares 3 will be released? I think at the very end of the year. Third, I think it will be somewhere around October. I think we're looking more towards September, October-y. This is why I just keep my fan projects to myself now. It's like, yeah, I mean, there was recently, like, I forgot what it's called. Is it Bionicles? Bionicles, I think it's called. They did, like, a massive 8-year fan project, and all out of the blue, they got a cease and desist and had to cancel the project. And that's why you kind of don't want to announce it if you're going to do it. Like, for instance, the fan game I'm making is a personal project. If ever it got to a point where I was like, oh, this is a fully fledged game, I cannot legally give it to anyone. I could technically show a friend it, and then they could play it, technically record it if they wanted to. Like, hypothetically, if I was to give it to someone like Gemini and say, hey Gemini, I made this fan game, what do you think of it? It's really cool. I obviously cannot release this, please don't distribute this further, but you are free to cover it if you wanted to and record this chapter I made. Gemini would be safe, but as long as I didn't distribute it on like a storefront as well, that would then be grey again. But that I could do that technically. I apologise again. Still got off. In Little Nightmares 3, we'll be playing with a bot. We get a choice of which two kids. Yes, I think Evely. If I said that right, let me know. Please let me know. I apologise profusely. Names I'm terrible at. Sorry. But yeah, I think you can choose which child you play, which is quite interesting when you think about it. So you're not really locked in. But I don't know if that was just for the demo purpose. Like, do you think... Yeah, I think it's actually quite an interesting question when you think about it. I think for the demo, you are allowed to pick who you want to play. But I wonder when it comes to, like, the single linear playthrough, are you locked into a character? I don't think so. I think they did mention you could pick either one of them, which is quite interesting. You're going to get me cancelled by Bandai. Yeah. Oh god. Reanimal is like a whole different ball game, and again, I won't stem away from my video I made about the whole Reanimal X Little Nightmares. Don't want to ruffle more feathers again, but I'll say what I said last time. They're two completely different games. You've got two cakes, eat them, enjoy, because what you want to do at this point is encourage this type of game. You want to encourage this type of game to be made by other studios, because, you know, it's kind of a niche still. Like, there have been other games that have tried to do it, like, you know, Broken Veil, which has been in development for, like, too long at this point. I really want to try and play that Out of Sight. That looks quite cool and interesting. But in terms of games that are actually Little Nightmares-like and, like, Tarsier sort of like with Reanimal, there's not a lot. There's not a lot that's sort of doing that, and a lot of studios won't do that because it's, again, too risky, and the market probably isn't really trendy for that at the moment. But you watch, if Little Nightmares 3 does really well, and if Reanimal does really well, you'll get clone after clone of it. And I guarantee you, if they do well, and they do really well on the charts, and they get, like, super high metric scores and whatnot, you're guaranteed people will definitely make similar games in that style. And, again, I think... saying a game is just like a childlike-ish horror that's sort of a platformer isn't enough for me to say it's very Little Nightmares. I think it's there's far more complexity and more design and artistic values that go into these games to class them like the Little Nightmares and Reanimal types. I think there's so much like atmospheric story in there, but then it's the dollhouse look as well. Like, I really wanted to give that mechanic a try myself, because the original concept of Little Nightmares, they were actually looking into a dollhouse, and you could come out and in, and you could go around. And I thought that was such a fantastic little mechanic they had there. But there's obviously a reason it didn't get made, and I would love to know why. People would make Roblox games. Yes, Out of Sight. Yes, that's what I was on about. Just Osama. That's what I was talking about. I do want to play that at some point. Again, if we stream over here a little bit more, I could probably do it. I could probably do it on the site. It's just that I'm gonna see how YouTube handles the stream now. It's all not messing up and things. Jordan, imagine if Little Nightmares fully released on October 14th. Oh, I would be joyous, Andrew. I would be. Hey, Oko, how are you? Do you think we'll be able to switch videos a little bit? Oh, that's a good question, actually, Ramos. So in the playthrough, I don't think we will. I don't think you'll be able to. I think that will be a design choice, not because they're limited to not be able to do that. I think that will be because you would want to be immersed in that perspective of story rather than, like, you know, lol, I'm going to change every 2 minutes. But, you know, saying that, I don't think they're going to restrict you too much. But no, I don't think it will. I think you'll be locked in. I think once you make the commitment in that run, I think you'll be stuck with it. When is the last of us, sure? Boy! I have not played outside. Is it? Yes, it is then. Would it be like... No, I don't think it'll be like that, Arrow. Are you excited for Descent to Nowhere and the certain project with someone the name that starts with R? I have no idea what you're on about, Vortex. And yes, I'm excited for the project Descent to Nowhere. He's gonna end up hating Andy because we. What, Carly? What did I miss? Who would win in the fight, the Thin Man or the lady? Ooh. Oh, that is. Lady. I'm gonna say lady. I think the lady. Yeah, the lady. I'd say the lady. I feel like it would be quite an even fight, but I think she would get the edge in the end. Oh, so do you think the children can escape nowhere? 72% says yes. 27% says no. Ooh, that's interesting. Ooh. Yeah, I think it would be a tie, honestly. Yeah, I think it would just be very slim. I think the lady would take it. Who wins the fight, George or Gemini? Create a clash. Oh no. I'd never put Gemini under that. I love him too much to do that. Plus, have you seen Gemini? I have a dad bod. I don't have muscles like he does. I'm just a little bit, you know, like fat arms. Whereas he is beginning to become a tank, quite literally. Jordan or the Thin Man, who's winning? The Thin Man. Yeah. I'd have to. My tactic would be to suffocate Gemini with the beard, like he has suggested. I get it. Plus, I thought, didn't Create a Clash go bankrupt or something? Have you heard the Indie Cross? It's an anime series where YouTube crossover with indie games. Ooh, no, I haven't, Daniel. Ooh, that's interesting. I might have to look at that. Jord Full Theory, Bravest Finn Man. I would play Dead. I would like Play Dead to release their. Yes, I know. Funny enough, I was having a creep the other day on their website just to see if there was any update, and nothing. They are spectacular for radio silence until it comes to the market, and then it isn't that long. Will anyone buy me a free game? I imagine there'll be I think I'll be doing a giveaway sort of around the time. Wait a minute. Do you mean The Last of Us play with the actress? Oh, the Anna Mormon. Oh god, I can't remember her name. I am so I am on the fence with The Last of Us. Like, I've already seen clips of the Netflix show, and I already think the zombie era is over. I'm so bored. Let alone the game. I think I imagine it's got some great story to it, but I'm just so tired of zombies. Like, the last one I played was Days Gone, and that was because it sort of seemed interesting. Then when you were like an hour in, it sort of just went nowhere, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, I like riding the bike, so there's that. Are you planning on going to Gamescom this year? Oh, Creo. Am I saying Creo right? Is that right? Creo? I can't remember. I would love to, though. I would love to. I was thinking of going to TwitchCon, funny enough, but I didn't have bottled out of it last minute. I think people like the Ferryman and the Northwood is about it. That is an interesting way to look at it, yeah. That is an interesting way. Hey, Jordan, I made this new creature for the Double Data called the Night Terror. It's a creature made entirely of the fear of the decision. Ooh, that sounds interesting, Dr. Nightmare. Ooh. George, you promise. I know. It would have to be a very chilled stream. Like, it would have to be a very loose sort of, I'll do it when I get time to do it. But, like, I watched, like, for instance, I watched One Piece the other day on Netflix. It was so bad, I've never seen the anime, but I get the feeling the anime is going to be doing way more justice. So I was like, wow, I'm stopping. I watched 3 episodes of One Piece and went, I think I'll watch the anime. Next time I'm going to watch the anime. Luna, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And of course, there'll be a lot more coming soon. This is the first time. Oh, no way, sir. Thank you. I hope you're having fun. I am. Can you recommend more Little Nightmares? Like games like Little... also, Little Misfortune. I know I did a video about it. Are you talking specifically like PC games or console? Are you limited to either one, or can you play whatever? Oh, what? This is a hot take I've had, but I believe the story has sort of been divided into two. Dribbles, you do make a good point. It is something to think about. But the way that the sort of handoff happened, basically, like there is a law rule book to follow with Little Nightmares that Tarzan did leave behind, if you will, with Bandai. So there's definitely, I don't think they would have deviated too much. That I wouldn't see the reason to deviate. Jordan, if you can't do The Last of Us, play Resident Evil 4. I think it would have to be a very like chill stream to do those sort of ones. If I ever get into like the routine where I'm doing it every week, then yes, I could do it then, because those sort of streams will take a while to complete those games just flat out. Jordan, Demigorgon versus Mono. That's a hard one. Mono, definitely Mono. 100 Monos versus 1 Demigorgon. Little Nightmares 3 is going to be Anime Festival in Indonesia. That's the one. Yeah, they're going to have the demo there, which I hope someone can get some footage of. By the sound of it, it doesn't look like there's going to be much of a... Doesn't look like there's going to be much of a limitation on coverage from the look of it anyway. that they haven't mentioned anything going into it, and I haven't seen anything, especially in, like, again, the one in Poland and the Indonesia one. So again, hopefully if anyone's there, they'll get some like footage of it, and let's see if it's similar to the original. How do you feel about the fact that we know that the truth about Veronica, which is even who's the lady behind it? I think I did a video on that, Vortex. I did a video on it like it was a while ago, very long time ago. But no, I mean, like, I knew that the Veronica song was going to be a play on imagination. I said that going into it. It is interesting. I think it was one of the girlfriends, one of the sound engineer's girlfriend, weren't it? Or was it Tobias's or something like that? The one who did the video for it. I know it was someone like on the spot. It must have been. Definitely weren't like a hire or anything like that. I'm 300% sure the soundtrack from Little Nightmares 3 will be the same. Yes, it will. Do you know that a designer of Little Nightmares 1 when asked us later? That was on the original interviews, weren't it? If I remember right, because they did like loads of Twitter interviews back then. They did like loads of marketing things for it. I'm pretty sure I remember what you're on about. Yes, but that's their perspective. It's not like set in stone. Because even like I think Dave's response in that one was even a little bit cryptic as well. It was the girlfriend of the guy that modelled it. Oh, okay. There you go. I knew it was someone of someone. What are your thoughts on Section 9 game developers? Where are they, you know? Like, it's all well and good to sort of be like, you know, oh, we helped make Little Nightmares, but, you know, we've not heard anything since. It's a very much broken veil type situation. They've been making it for, like, years at this point. I think the last I heard about Section 9, again, looked interesting. The game looked really cool. But that was it. It was just those little bit of teasers. And I think they had some hires recently. And that was it. So they must be working on it. I just don't know sort of at what capacity or how big the studio is. I think it's a very small studio. Maybe it's like 8 people. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. I haven't researched them in a while. I get Bandai following the whole law, but I think it means... I imagine naturally there are going to be changes. Like, you know, if you get given a project, you're going to want to change things to how you would like to do them. And it's Bandai's responsibility to then curve those ideas and things like that. And I think naturally you will get some kind of changes there at some point. I don't think that's going to be a bad thing, especially with Bandai leading it. I think it will always stay true to what it is. So I am excited, like you have said. George, do you think there will be a chance to see a prison from children? Also, I don't think so, Norm. I don't think we'll see it. Although, that could correlate quite nicely with some of the environment assets that we saw. Maybe. Yeah, we definitely won't get any more static references. Again, static should not, say it with me, Static should not have been a PS4 exclusive. If it wasn't a PlayStation exclusive, I feel like it would have done much better. Story was interesting, the characters were fantastic, and it really did do the whole curve your expectations on everything. And again, should not have been a PlayStation exclusive, flat out. It just shouldn't have been. I imagine like they would have had to though. Yeah, I'm gonna Luna at some point. Hey, Cypher, is that what I pronounce that? Hey, Cypher, how are you? I would have thought like this. Cheese or not? Yeah, she is a Dorito. There's a marketing ploy for you. 6 is a Dorito. FNAF movie 2 trailer today. I wish I was interested in FNAF. I've got to be honest. I'm just not. I think we played it we played it before on a stream, but I was just not interested. And plus, too late to get into it. I've said it before. Like, I feel like it's way too late to get into FNAF. Like, there's just so much like lore that matters, lore that doesn't, books that don't mean anything, books that do mean stuff, interjections, blah blah blah, fan theory. There's so much. There is so much. I can hear the signal interference theme. Yes, it was just on. And now we've got the music box. Big Jaw moment. Yes. Do you think Supermassive... I don't think they will. I don't think they will. And I will have to apologise. I cannot read your name. I do apologise. I'm very illiterate in different languages. I feel like the man at the table for the pilots is. Huh. I like the conductor. I feel like the conductor would be one cipher. Big Jordan has spoken. Thank you, Gemini. To be honest, ever since the out, how it ends is up in arms. Like, who knows? Like, I had like one weird interjection, and I don't want to say it because it seems really possible, but like it would be very unique. So I think one day I'm just gonna do a video, leave it unlisted, and then if it ever comes out, then I'll have the video to say, look, I actually thought this might have happened, but it's a very interesting one. And Mono and the Fin Man fighting in the background music. The chef's a little low as what do you think? Big Short Dorito, yes. To be fair, Doritos are fantastic. Apparently, Sega is announcing an Angry Birds reboot on Friday. That would be instantly on Thin Ice if the game. Andrew and his Angry Birds. Honestly, I have never known someone to care so much about Angry Birds more than Andrew. He is carrying that franchise. Little is sponsored by Walker's Crisps, yellow packet Doritos, no flavorings. Gary Lineker comes in. It's like a resident. George, you think there's going to be a betrayal or one of them die? Yeah, something's going to happen. Definitely. We're doing good, thank you, Carly. We're getting over this like weird bug thing we have. Apparently, it's a new variant of COVID, so that's great. Sure. What are your guesses for Little Nightmares Ending Vortex? Obviously, it's going to end in a big fight, and I think we will fight the Mirror Man. But yeah, I feel like we'll fight the Mirror Man in the end, and there'll be like some kind of twist in there. I think that's how it will end, but Gary Lineker is the Fin Man. George doesn't understand my epic lore of Angry Birds. Do you think Six is going to be playing Little Nightmares 3? I won't say no, just because I feel like Six is an easy sort of like, hey, look here, hey, throwback. It would be a very you kind of be foolish not to put her in at some point, but. It's if and an R in. I don't know fully. If I was to take a guess, I'd say maybe. There you go. But no, if I was to take an actual guess, I'd say she will pop up at some point. I don't think it will be very much like, oh, she's playable kind of pop up. I think it will be like a... Is that 6? Is that 6? Type deal. Hot take. I'm not looking forward to Reanimal, and I think Little Nightmares 3 looks better. Please don't. No, I mean, Daniel, again, each your own. Again, 2 cakes, eat them, enjoy them. We want this kind of... We want Reanimal and Little Nightmares 3 to do well because we want to inspire more studios to try and cover games like this, especially story, lore, and atmospherical play styles in that sort of manner. Like, I would love nothing more than these games to do absolutely fantastic success, and then it spawns off other people trying to create stories similar or in some kind of their own narrative and things like that. I think that would be great. Thank you, Carly. Joel, would it be fun if Joel, would it be fun if the game that works like this, half the players become monsters, half the children? That sounds like a Little Nightmares Battle Royale mode. That would be fun. Hello might be the Spoon Girl, maybe. No, I don't think so at all. I don't think so at all. But again, you're allowed to have your own ideas. What would be your opinion if the girl from The Descent was the protagonist alongside with Mono in Little Nightmares 2? I would have been fine. I would have been fine with that. I think the earlier you let everybody know that the story isn't necessarily tied to one character, then do it, because rip the band-aid off. Again, I think initially, and I can't remember where I heard it, but I'm pretty sure Dave wanted 6 not to be in. I don't think Tarzia wanted Little Nightmares 2 to have 6 in. Maybe like a brief encounter, but I think they didn't want her in it all. And again, I would have been totally okay with that. And I remember seeing, like, I believe it was like leaked comic strips of that character initially. I don't think I covered it. Did I cover it? I don't recall covering it. Do you think Otto? Do you think Otto and the guy in the Doctor No theory is it? I would love that. I would love that. I don't think they will be though. Doctor No is a little bit just another on the cheek, I believe, from Tarzia. Kind of like how they do their static references. It's just very much on the nose. Do you think the ringleader on the definitely? I think we might be missing one. I think we might be missing one, Romberg. I think there will be a character that they keep close to their hearts, or the card close to their hearts, or whatever the saying is. I think we will get a little inkling of them in chapter 3, and I don't know why, but I feel like, oh god, I'm gonna say it. The North Wind. Oh, it's wrong scene. Never mind. I do feel like it might be the North Wind that is that one key that we don't see yet, but will have an influence in Little Nightmares 3. Whereas I feel like the Mirror Man will be the main antagonist for Little Nightmares 3. I feel like the Ferryman and the North Wind will be like little sprinkles they do in between. I actually think the Doctor that inserted tubes into the news. Oh, see, there is like a correlation. I think I did a theory on the Doctor's connection to Otto, and I do believe they shared some kind of space in that sort of counties area, I reckon. I saw Dead by Daylight. Yeah, originally, like, I was going to talk about Little Nightmares 3 and have, like, Dead by Daylight play on in the background. Like, we did have it. I mean, I've got the FNAF thing all downloaded and whatnot, but I kind of want to talk Little Nightmares, and I don't want to talk away from that, because if I do, I won't be focused, and I can't keep up with chat enough half the time, so I'd rather, let's just talk Little Nightmares. The North Wind mentioned every run. One day, Wendy Bat, one day it will be paid off, okay? Leave me alone. Jordan got my college draw back. Yeah. Nice. Good job, Andrew. Well done. Can't wait to play Little Nightmares 3. I honestly, I'm so excited. I really do think Summer Games Fest is going to be something. There's going to be something highlighted there. I feel like we could, get a release date trailer. That's what I'm thinking anyway. I think we might see another trailer and a release date. Sure, CB. Yes. Maybe we kill the supervisor by landing in a hot vat of melting candy. Maybe we get to have a lollipop with the supervisor on, you know? Joel would go crazy if the North Wind becomes decanonized. That I would. Cheers. Oh, Gemini, thank you for the 5 gifts. You didn't have to. Oh, I appreciate you. Thank you. And it did work. Gotta love it. Oh, there it is. See, this is what I never like about the alerts. They never realise when someone's gifted, but it will say about they get the memberships. I'm so confused. Thank you, Gemini, for the 5 gifted. I appreciate your face. Thank you. You didn't have to, though. Thank you. I appreciate you. I've got to try and drop by one of your streams soon, actually. I've got a dono waiting for you. So I believe that's all the... Yes, that's all the gifted subs. So, again, thank you, Gemini, for the gifted subscriptions. Remember to thank for your gifted Z-Rocks who gifted me. And by the way, I had a Little Nightmares 1 and 2 spoiled for me. Wait, now I'm confused. Things are going on. Oh, Gemini, thank you. You supported the membership. Andrew, thank you for supporting. Thank you. I actually can't remember what the memberships were. I cannot remember for the life of me.
Gemini has become a supporter.
Hey, thank you, Gemini. Hey, look at that text to speak. You can say I'm a professional streamer. Oh, Andrew. There it is. Thank you.
Andrew Good Guy has become a supporter.
That voice, though, sounds very familiar. Little Nightmares 3 is again delayed. No, I don't think it will do. I don't think it will do now. Definitely not. Can't wait to have. Can't wait to have to throw lollipops at the buttons to open doors. Yeah, snap them off the stick and then whoop, yeet. Supervisor X coffee. I haven't heard that in ages. Dr. Nightmare. Alexa, play Despacito. What do you think of having a choice to spare versus kill the monsters, for example? Ooh, that would be a good little. That would be a good little shake up, wouldn't it? That would really bring in the whole question of the grey sort of morality in the nowhere. If you actually did have a chance to flip the scales and sort of be more of a helper in there, that would be quite interesting. I like that idea. That's fantastic, Daniel. I like that one. That would be really cool, actually. Maybe. Like, crazy. But what if that's the only way you can escape the nowhere? By, like, flipping your perspective. Like, Six is just constantly looking out for herself, you know, doing all that jazz. What if part of escaping the nowhere is kind of like embracing and helping and changing someone else's kind of, like, result of the nowhere and things like that? That would be quite an interesting one. Okay, speed run Little Irish 3 1. This is sport the ending. The canon name for the supervisor is Barbara. Barbara! Barbara! Here, got them reports ready, Barbara. We need to get those shipments of candies out, Barbara. You know what? Now I'm not going to unhear that. I'm going to refer to it as Barbara all the damn time. I don't like that. Barbara! He's been left in the harness again, Barbara. Get him down. Who has? Dave, the one on the monitor. Bloody Dave. Now I've got a whole role play. For God's sake. I'm using this as a podcast. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate it. Barbara. Oh, Barbara. Why have they got Yorkshire accents? Why has that come out naturally? Mega Gaming T, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm celebrating 10 years of YouTube. Oh, well done, Andrew. Looking forward to it. He's falling. He's falling. I can't do it now. He's falling down the well again, Barbara. Oh, has he? Oh, yes. For God's sake. Those bloody kids are at it again, Bab. Oh, I'll get them. I feel like I'm channeling my nan. That's the problem here. Oh, God. Barbara likes candy made out of the workers in her factory. Oh, I like this one. Tastes like Dave. The real nightmare would be Little Nightmares clickbaiting Mr. Beast style thumbnail. I fit 1,000 monos in the mall. Oh, nice one, Megan. Yeah, there's a load of Discord hacks at the moment, like, and they're like a lot of scam baits. A lot of them. Chicken Jord. I don't know. I've got the physique for Jack Black, haven't I? No, I just keep we keep doing it every time me and the family play. Like we in the Book of the War, we go release. It's just it happens naturally now. Can she have a way for fear? Can she have a way? I'm Barbara. Oh, God damn. See, who am I now? I'm not Barbara. I think I'm Dave. The announcement guy. That's who I'll be. I'll be the one on the tannoy. My favourite memes is the sit night. You need that filter, though. That's the only way it makes that better. Big Dave, Big Dave. Oh, Big Dave. Have you seen the quality reports for the factory? Oh, I have, Barbara. Someone's been snacking. I make myself laugh. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I'm happy. Do you think Little Nightmares 3 will have a secret ending? Oh, yes, I do. I definitely do. I think the way that Little Nightmares 2 actually planned out really well, I think they will do that in some kind of aspect again. They've been locked in the room. Rubber room. Oh, thank you, Andrew. Appreciate it. Hammer and Dave fell into the insanity again, making big. Dave must hate us by now, surely. He must really hate us. Is everything that man says is always like decoded, and then we take out, like, I don't know why I made the comment about the blur of the shirt, and then I bet he hates us. There used to be an animation about the supervisor mature voice acting. Oh, come here, you little. I can't remember it now. That's the problem. My brain goes so one thing to the other, I forget what I did literally 2 minutes ago. I cannot remember the voice. Idiot Worm, hello, how are you? Do you guys think... I think they might just escape the monster baby. I think she's going to be too big to really take on. That will be a literal cat and mouse, I think that will. Barbara! Barbara! Dave is stabbing the guests again. Oh, is he? Oh, Dave, you can't control him. See, I swear, the tinge is changing, going further into this. So I could never voice that. Don't lose the voice halfway through. Oh, there it is. That's the one. You need that one line, don't you? Oh, Dave's been stabbing again. Better get him an Aspo. Asmos, for those who don't know, if you're not in the UK and you're not from the council estate, an Asmo is an antisocial behaviour. What's it like? Issue like the issue against like a public menace person, basically. If you're in England, Dave ends up sounding like What Jamaica Body episode 3. Yeah, that's exactly where it would go eventually. They could cut the supervisor's arms. You know, that would be kind of scary. I do think she is hiding more than is being shown, though. I reckon, like, you're gonna annoy her so much that next point she like morphs into it. This isn't even my final form. You little brats. Put that lolly down. I'm getting ahead of myself. Gotta take Barbara out. Leave it alone. Barbara, you're not there anymore. Supervisor is not Barbara. It's not Cannon. But I choose to be. I choose it to be that way. Oh yeah, I've watched the Royal Family. Me and Leanne had like a real wild, like, constant watching. Jim! It makes me laugh. It's like I think the Royal Family was very much of its time, like very on the point. Me and Leanne love watching it. Hello there. Hey Kaya, how are you? Is that how I say that? Kaya? Is that how I say that? I apologise. Sure, I love the voices. Carly, don't encourage it. You know better, please. Hey, Dave. Hey, Dave. Hey, Denise. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Oh, I can't. Who's that other one? Oh, it's the one that comes in with oh, bloody hell. What's his name? They always ask him, so he goes, nah. Been to the shop, Joe? You been to the shop, Joe? Nah. Right. Barbara is canon confirmed. Look, if Gemini said it, it's confirmed, you know what I mean? It is now canon. Yeah, I don't think taking down the monster baby is going to be on the timetable, if you ask me. I think it will be an evade story. Maybe they get lucky and do something that takes her out, but I don't think they will be solely responsible for it. I don't know, actually, think about that. Maybe. I realise now, since we saw the Mirror Man in the concept art, this music. Yes, well, this is the thing. It was retracted. It definitely. I think I went on this tangent earlier. I swear, I searched high and low for that retracted tweet, and I promise you, I cannot find it anymore. Which means, one, I was stupid and should have took a screenshot on the day, and two, it has been deleted. Now we know they have retconned things before. There's been a lot of things they've changed over the years, so I'm not going to go out my way and say it definitely isn't, because it could well be back in play now. But yeah, it definitely does support the comics further now. Oh, the voice you made for Barbara. Thank you, Happy Girl. Thank you. I appreciate it. I've forgot it already. It's just the gifts of my talent, you see. In one ear, out the other. Jim is in Little Nightmares. Funny you say that. Make a good monster, that one. You know, they could have done a little Easter egg for that Little Nightmares 2 with the static TVs. Fairies. Fairies. I haven't done that one in a while. David's really brave enough, though he lives in the mirror. Yeah, David's brave. I feel like they might use the mirrors against the monster baby to apply. That could possibly be one way. And it is one way how it is. That's definitely what's highlighted in like some kind of variation of it. Like we did a video dissecting the gameplay, and I remember doing the snippet of the bit where they're walking by the stairs, inverted the image, and it showed a similar story to the mirrors being used, similar to how it was used on the lady. So it's not outright to say you can't do that on the monster baby. And again, I think that's probably the way it will end up going. Hey Dex, how are you? It's going well, thank you, Dex. I hope you're having a lovely morning, day, or night, wherever you are in the world too. Stop it, stop it, you life here is and just watch your telly, Barbara. Do you think it was the Tarzia at the summer game? No. I have looked over the list. Tarzia are generally not on there. I don't know if that's because it is a amplified thing. And amplified again are like a sub company of Embracer. So whether they don't have that kind of relationships or aren't willing to pay the marketing for it, that's probably why. They're probably not quite ready for the marketing side fully as of yet. So I think Reanimal is going to be one of those ones that we might see towards the end of the year. I hope that they don't release all these things around Halloween, for God's sake, please. But yeah, it's what makes me think I don't think Reanimal's quite ready yet. I think Reanimal might be an early next year release now, if anything. George, do you think we could get unlockable masks for the low and low outfits? Oh, I think outfits is a good shout, Gemini. I think we'll get some kind of collectible, definitely there, else it just won't be the same, will it? The live will be here on YouTube. Yes, it will be, Bruno. It will. Hello, Bruno. How are you? It will probably be released July or earlier. Are we talking about Reanimal, Danny? Because I'm thinking Reanimal will be Marchy. Somewhere around March or a little bit after March, I'm guessing. Again, clip it, do what you like. Hold me accountable if it's right. Boofy, hello. How are you? Maybe the monster baby is the toddler from the comics. No, never say never. Glasses, Jordan. Honestly, my eyes have got worse as I got older. I'm only short-sighted. I can see about here. I can read a book, basically, without my glasses. Now I can't see anything. And also, it gets worse. But, you know, I can't read chat from here. I can't see the screen from here. I am cooked. No worries, E-Rocks. Hope you enjoy it. Should we watch the FNAF trailer? Should we mix it up? Should we watch a little bit of FNAF trailer? I'm intrigued. I don't know. I didn't see the first one. FNAF 2. There was one released 1 month ago. Barbara, I can't find. Barbara, can't find the trailer. No, I can't see it. No, there's only one released a month ago or something. Unless I'm being dense. Most likely I am. The eye we see on the moor is the monster baby's eye. I think they're connected. I don't think it is the monster baby. I think they are connected. I think something is in control of those two. definitely. And this is the one I don't think we've fully seen as of yet. A blind speed run. You know what? I actually think I could still do that just because of the colour of 6 and the fact she's yellow. I think I could still see that quite easily. That would be quite funny. FNAF 2, FNAF movie 2 teaser. Oh, is it like a teaser? Hold on, let me Google it. Let me Google. Oh, no, I don't see anything. I don't see anything. Again, I'm out the loop. FNAF is just something I can't quite get to grips with. It's not the fact that I don't want to. It's just I think mascot horror is quite... I'm starting to really dislike mascot horror. It's like it was like a massive trend that devs rode on for a while, and it's just the same brush now. Like, it's so repetitively boring. And it's like, I think the hype for it has died down by now. I don't even think Poppy Playtime Chapter 5 would do good at this point. I think they would probably wrap up the story on Chapter 5. Because I just don't think it's going to do that well. And again, I think a lot of people are just getting frustrated with it. I think more people are actually enjoying knockoff ones. Like, even I enjoy making knockoff ones because it's funnier. What feature are you guys going to use on that? Oh, Stan, yeah, that's a good question. Are you guys playing single player first run, or are you gonna play with a friend? I think personally, I'm gonna do a single run and then also do a video with Leanne, and then we're gonna do like a single one in them. Gemini. I think I've still got that up here. I need to check. I need to check if it's there now. Because I have took a different route. So even though people think I'm not doing anything, I'm actually very active still. I have a little side game development studio now I'm working on. And it's just solely me. And we've made games on it. I'm not telling you it because I dare let people say that I've used YouTube as a reason for it to do successfully. Because you've probably seen people play it recently. And I'm not going to say other than that. But it is done really well. And I'm keeping that close to my chest. Maybe one day if I get interviewed or something, then it will be obvious that it's me working there. But yeah, that would be obvious at that point. Playing the game single player is the best choice. Yes, I mean, I imagine like griefing won't be an issue because you'll be playing with someone you know. Like, I think I was thinking of a challenge to do with everyone when it comes out and we do like a live. I want people to try and grief the game. I want to see if I can complete it while people are still like doing terrible things to me. Like, I feel like that would be very funny to try and do. Like, so rage-inducing. Hey, Karina, how are you? Hoping you have a lovely morning and night, day or night, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for dropping in, and if you have to go, have a good night. See you next time. Hot take. Little Nightmares 2 had a boring story compared to the first game. I see the criticism. I do see the criticism heal. I don't think that's a hot take. I think that's a very valid complaint, to be honest. Again, I think Little Nightmares 2 was just a little too... What's a word? We're going to say that. I think it comes down, again, to the chapter pacing as well. I think a lot of it sort of entwines with each other. Can I see Dead by Daylight String Trap, please? I don't... Did I have it? Oh my god, I can't show you. I can't show you the fan game. I forgot. I think... Not the fan game, sorry. I can't show you the game we made on Twitch the other day. Just for context, the NPC that we have in there has got a t-shirt that says, "Man, I love frogs." Okay, look. It's just a low blow joke, okay? Leave me alone. But it isn't there. I'm going to see if I can change the I'm going to see if I can change the mat on him quickly. But I don't know if most people were there when we made it. We had made basically a joke game from Little Nightmares, but it weren't Little Nightmares because, you know, I don't want to get done. But we made like a joke game on Twitch, and it was just very funny. We were obviously taking the mick out of Mono, which I'll show you quickly. I think I can. Oh, hello, DVD. How are you? Sorry. Is it display capture? I think it's that one. Hey, there it is. So this is the game we were like mockingly making for like Little Nightmares. Like you'll see if we play, and it also makes sense as to why Gemini say mudder mudder mudder. And then chat did a lot of the oh bother mudder mudder mudder. And this is like some of the stuff we got up to. And then you could transmit your TVs and things like that. You had to collect some items on a podium and things like that. It was good fun. Obviously, Bagged Man is voiced by me. But it was good fun. But yeah, we can't do that. It was good fun. It was good fun. But that's what Gemini was on about when he was saying mudder 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 away. But yeah, we did update that a little bit, but I think I am going to have to give that a little yeet now. I can't do that again. Hunter's Chase thing actually fits us, yes. Happy, what is this game? Oh, it was a game that we made on Twitch like a good few weeks back. It was just funny. So you're secretly a gremlin. You could say that. Like my pastime is like I'm a game dev, and like I make stuff on like Itch. I'm hoping to do some projects on Steam soon. But again, you won't find my name attached to it because I purposely would like to keep it out of it currently. But if you ever wonder, I am doing stuff. George, do you approve of my proposed game based on Little Nightmares characters? Yes, McVoid. That is a battle royale waiting to happen. I bet Little Nightmares, the end of Little Nightmares will be the friends we made along the way. The poetic ending. Wait, I just got pinged. How does it found? Oh, okay. So YouTube actually splits the messages. Oh, okay. John, I want to make you guys with that team. Oh, Andrew, love to see it. Do you know what Tarzia said? Do you know that Tarzia said even though through 6 is referred to? Yeah, I think initially they said she was a girl, but then they sort of changed that going further, and they didn't pinpoint it. They left it open. But I'm pretty sure they did sort of say it was a girl to start with. But again, now, like you said, like mechanically, now it's open. Technically. Switch from precise yeah, I do like the contrast between the Switch. I like the contrast between the limited spaces and also condensed spaces, and then the open ones. I do find that quite fun. Hey, Barbara's ship and truck caramel types is on there. I can't do the voice. I'm not doing the voice. No wonder it's a hot take. Wait, how far back's the chat? Are you playing the FNAF PTB? Wait, is it up? Oh my god, no, I totally forgot. I was on the wrong window. God, I think the Twitch stream is really far behind, isn't it? That Twitch stream. I think the YouTube stream is really far behind, isn't it? Well, no, I weren't going to, but it is there. I mean, like, if you want to put something on in the background, I can. But, you know, we'll talk about Little Nightmares. Oh. Well, I haven't even played it, and I dared to play it. It looks quite weird to me. Again, I've not really played DBD since the last time we streamed it. So I don't know. I think the last time we played DBD, I streamed it with Mike, Super Horror Bro. And that was the last time I played it. And I don't know. It's not vibing with DBD anymore. There's always someone too sweaty for it, you know what I mean? Like, there's always someone really going in hard on it all the time. And if you do one wrong thing, you're in trouble. It's wild. Jelly Lard, I hope Little Nightmares 3 will be good. I think it'll be safe to say it will be, Jelly. I have high hopes. I do like they're taking exactly. They're taking their time. They're not rushing it. They're making sure it's on brand, and of course, Bandai are keeping an eye on it, making sure it's all going smoothly. So I'm confident that it's going the way it should be. I do feel like with all these events happening though, a demo could be a thing, but hopefully, Supermassive Games can contain the demo a little bit better than Tarsia did initially, because the Little Nightmares 2 demo had a little bit too much in it for a demo that people could find. But hopefully, if they do it, they will condense some of the structures of the files and it won't be so revealing. I'm hoping that's what they will do and then give us a demo to play, because that would be fantastic. But again, same stroke, I don't want them to show too much. But if it's a demo of the Necropolis of what we've seen, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. Stick Drift is the main reason I never beat Little Nightmares 2. Oh, no way. Oh, that sucks, heel. Oh. How are you playing on Joy-Cons? Is that what? That... hey Jordan, remember Little Nightmares 2 demo where we can access the Nomad? I thought about that the other day. I couldn't believe that was not intended, because I did a video on that and like doing it. I think it was Nico who showed me initially, like on how to actually do it or something. I can't remember what it was, or I think we did it live. I can't remember what it was. But they definitely weren't meant to leave that in. And Nintendo Switch, yeah, there's so much. Listen, honestly, Nintendo to me are one of the scummiest companies out there currently. I get it, like, you know, Microsoft, PlayStation, they're all obviously terrible companies, but Nintendo in particular are the worst. Like, for me personally, I feel like they have some of the worst practices, but then hide them behind such like again, it's such like a family orientated console. Half the time people aren't that bothered because they know they're buying it for like family stuff. Like, we have a Switch too. We have a Switch. We've actually bought 2 Switches before because one broke, blah blah blah. And you know, we buy them because they're great family games to play for me and Leanne and the kids, and like we do it all the time. Recently we played Mario Kart. We play it all the time, but there's that other one, the one where you do the mini games and all that jazz. And I loved it. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a great little fun game to play with the family. But if you're talking like objectively like proper company, like proper game stuff, like I like personally, I've never played Legends of Zelda and I don't plan on it. But I feel like they ride on the back of that a lot. And but I feel like the Joy-Cons are such a not Mario Party, I can't remember what it's called. It was something similar to that though. But like Joy-Cons are just a money hole. Like every one of the Joy-Cons we had stick drift as well. Like everyone. And you can't anytime you don't buy like an official one, it's always like about 60 quid easy for like a pair of 2. And even if you were to buy them like second hand from like CX or something, they're like 30 quid odd a piece for the left and right. So you're basically better off buying new anyway. I don't know, it ruffles my feathers, Nintendo do. Zibbery, hello, how are you? Have I said that name right? Sorry. Yeah, considering Nintendo are like this massive company, it's wild to me. But like, I recently said it like a while ago that Nintendo are like really stingy with like third-party stuff. But I think even Microsoft are being like that now. They're not even like letting like third-party controllers go out and stuff. But you have to have like an approved one. But no, they're all out for your money, aren't they? It doesn't matter. They're gonna get your money. But yeah, stick drift is a nightmare. Oh, Christ. But yeah, where were we? Little Nightmares demo. I do think we're getting one. I hope it will be after these events. I think these next few events will like sort of be like a grounding of that, and they'll see how they sort of do with them. But I do hope we are going to get a demo. But I don't... Is it going to be too close, do you think? Is the demo just not going to... Is it not worth giving us a demo because maybe the game's right around the corner or something? Again, I'm really intrigued to see what they do with like the books and stuff. I am hoping they are going to be there Summer Games Fest. I mean, Supermassive Games are and Bandai are, but in that same stroke, Bandai are probably there for Elden Ring. and also some of their other stuff. Like they've got some massive ones that they're publishing at the moment, so they could be there for that too. So again, kind of curve your expectations. I'm like personally 80% sure we're going to see Little Nightmares, but the Supermassive Games I think are going to be there solely to direct their I forget what it's bloody called. I forget. They've done like their own like a good department of Supermassive Games of doing their own kind of like, is it Detective 2020 or something? It's something like that. So I think they're there to promote that. I think you want to keep an eye on, if it comes to it, the Bandai Namco section of the presentation. That's where I think we'll get anything, if we get anything. Supermassive Games is doing a Dead by Daylight game. What? Are they? I know they did a collab, but I don't think they're doing like a Dead by Daylight game. Oh yeah, I forgot about the books. Yeah, the books is something. There's meant to be, I think, 2 books. I wonder what Bandai Namco IP is going to coincide with all that mystery. It'll probably be something like Tekken, Naruto. It'll probably be a good like Dragon Ball Z. They've got, is it Expedition they published recently? The new DLC for Elden Ring was out. Did you use PowerPoint for your old theory videos? I'm making anonymous PowerPoint. I didn't. I started on Sony Vegas. I have done for years. I think I should start moving to Adobe though, really. But those prices are. that's a bad topic. But you know, you've got to start somewhere. So if you're comfortable with a tool, use it. The point is to get your ideas across. It's not always about how you present them. Okay. The most important thing to do is to be unique. You know, have something worth telling. Is a lot of the cases. Like a lot of YouTube is filled with people making videos and expecting people to come knocking and like, oh, you made a video, I will watch it. It's not the case. Half of the time, it's you're fighting for people's time all the time on YouTube now. This is why, like I was saying earlier, when it comes to like the release of Little Nightmares 3, you've got like videos spoiling and stuff. People are fighting for those click-through rates. So whenever YouTube shows the videos, you get a mark against you and your channel because it counts as like an impression, and if your impression doesn't convert to a click, that's your click-through rate percentage dropped. And basically the aim of the game is to keep that high so YouTube recommends the hell out of your channel. That's why my channel has always been quite stagnated until like, let's say like a Little Nightmares game comes out, because of course my main content is Little Nightmares. It popped a little bit up when I did a bit of Poppy coverage, but again, Poppy's like over for the next little bit now. And I don't feel like there was a lot to talk about chapter 4. I think maybe the whole thing, but I think a lot of it was self-explanatory. Not much for theory crafting, plus the ARG was kind of a wasted experience, I think. But with I forgot what I was talking about. I forgot what I was talking about. Is Little Nightmares 3 in the Unreal 5 engine? I don't believe so. I think it is like on the latest Unreal 4. That's kind of a good thing. Because again, a lot of people don't understand this about Unreal Engine. Unreal Engine 5. Again, I'm maybe incorrect in this, but again, if anyone knows, let me know. But basically, the issue, and this is why a lot of indie devs have issues with Unreal Engine 5, is because they don't know how to optimize it properly. They don't know, in particular, how it works in this sort of sense anymore, because it's all focused on nanite and things like that, and nanite is actually quite expensive in terms of memory, blah blah blah. And because when you would have got Unreal Engine 4 and you know you see a mascot horror game in Unreal Engine 4, oh, it's lovely, it looks amazing, they all look the same, because out of the box Unreal Engine 4 is like that. It's so, back then it was so well made for like just the it was like just the sort of environment lighting and the stylizing and out of the box performance, because it was an engine made for designers by designers, right? And this is why people found it really easy to pick it up, go make like a mascot horror or like a little game and unoptimize the hell out of it, and it still run perfectly fine because it was built that way. Unreal 5 on the other hand is built for, nanite is kind of like the main feature for Unreal Engine 5. And so a lot of people's sort of like artistic rendering thoughts of like Unreal Engine 4 don't work in Unreal Engine 5, and that's why you get a lot of like drop stutters and things don't necessarily work the way they expect it to in Unreal 4. But this is why Unreal 4 has just that sort of like metallically bland look along every game that comes out with it. But from the look of it, Unreal Engine, Little Nightmares 3 is Unreal Engine. It's probably Unreal Engine 4, the latest one. It definitely won't be like Unreal Engine 4 plus 20. Is it 23 or 13? I think Little Nightmares 1 was 4.13. And I think the new Little Nightmares 2 was 21. I might be wrong in that one. I might be wrong. But yeah. Reanimal, though, is Unreal Engine 5. And that's why I think Reanimal is also kind of going to have a little bit of the same issues. Because it's more... There's so much going on in the scene. And like all that jazz. Like I don't, again, non-expert, don't know. I imagine they're accounting for this, but I feel like it might lead to a lot of people getting some like unexpected crashes, things like that. Because again, Reanimal is a beautiful game to look at, and with the camera system and everything like that, it relies heavily on how it looks. And yeah, again, Nanite is a bit expensive, but again, I don't know. Tardia obviously have people qualified to sort that out, and I imagine they will. So, I think the reason people are so skeptical of live streams because they're the previous game. Yeah, I mean, Supermassive Games have got a lot to look up. Supermassive Games have got a lot to sort of level to, because the bar is high. The bar is very high for Little Nightmares 3. And with Little Nightmares 2 and 1, the quality was stunning. And they have to now replicate that in their own assets and things like that. So that's probably the hardest part for them, is finding those kind of the art consistency through it all. That's probably the closest will be a problem. Hey Jordan, I've been watching for a long time. I was wondering, are we getting some more Sound Nightmares videos from you? I see so few. Zaki, thank you for following, and thank you for dropping in. I appreciate your face. Hope you have a lovely evening, day, or night. So, Sounds of the Nightmare Sphere it's a little tricky, because due to NDA and stuff, I like to sort of keep myself away from the Sounds of Nightmares. Of course, I did do a theory on it about a few weeks after it came out about Ethan and the Runaway Kid. That's probably the only sort of theory video I've done about the Sounds of the Nightmares. I could do a recap of the Sounds of the Nightmares and where it sort of plays and where it links to everything, because I do feel like that is a video that hasn't really been touched on properly. But yeah, there's definitely more theories to come in the future. I've got some theories coming in the next few days anyway, so that's like one of the things as well. I've got like a brand new theory for Little Nightmares 3 and 2. No, Little Nightmares 1 and 3. That's going to have an actual new one. Yo, what's up, just showing? Hello, Nightmare. How are you? Hope you're having a lovely morning, day, or night, wherever you are in the world. Welcome on in. George, fight me all you want. Ethan is he? Oh, God. Was that Res 8? That was Res 8, wasn't it? That would be amazing. I've been watching you for many years, never caught you live. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Saki. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Yeah, this is a very spontaneous stream. We're going for like nearly 2 hours now. So, again, appreciate your faces all being here. We've been just chatting lots of Little Nightmares. It's I'm trying to get it prepared for when we do the Summer Games Fest stream, because either way, I'm going to be streaming it. I'm probably going to be having a little beverage while I stream that, so it's going to get loud. Does George hate Ethan? No, I do not. I like Ethan. Ethan was a nice dad. He saved Rose. Spoiler alert. But yeah. But, you know, I think it's been a successful stream. I can't believe Little Nightmares is already more than 8. Oh my god, it is, isn't it? I hate when that fact is stated outright, because it reminds me of how long it's been out, and it's so mad to think it has been like nearly... Wait, it's been over 8, it's nearly 9 years soon. That's wild. That is wild. I just got a Pepsi can. No, it's just a nightmare. I will be ending it soon, though. What are your thoughts on the theory that the more is the final chapter for Little Nightmares 3? It's a cool idea, don't get me wrong. Whether they play it that way, I don't know. I think because it's correlated more to the Mirror Man, I think we will probably see the Mirror Man's mansion more likely. I mean, someone mentioned it in the comments. Someone mentioned it in the stream earlier, actually, about the correlation between two, and I thought it was such a good show. But I do feel like that's going to be where the end fight will be, or in like some kind of mirror void, if you will, or something sort of similar to that. Why does Tarzan still have an addiction to the kids? You'll have to ask them, Achilles. You'll have to ask them. I don't know. I think the same thing though. I do wonder. One last question before stream ends. Do you think respawns are canon in Little Nightmares? You've got to be careful with that. Let me give you a yes or no. Just yes. I think they would be. Yes. I think they would, because it's all about, because this is why what originally I didn't like. Well, update like now I don't kind of like the time loop theory too much, because I don't think it is a time loop. I think it's like just your nightmares repeating, as opposed to like time is in the nowhere and things like that. So I think yes, it is like canonically happening. I want to play it again. What we playing? Oh, Village. Yeah. I feel like the Mirror Man's dimension will feel it. Oh god, Evil Within 2. That is such a great game. I haven't actually bloody played that, but I remember watching someone play it and I thought, ooh, I really like this. I've got to play it. I ended up watching the whole thing. First person games drive me insane. Yeah, they can do. But third person games drive me insane. You know what drives me insane? Resident Evil 4. I hate that game with a passion. Absolutely hate Resident Evil 4. Don't even try. Hate the bloody game in its entirety. Why do you think Low and Low were on the Moors ships? You're all about the desert-y bit, aren't you? Before the necropolis, before they climb into the necropolis. It's an interesting one. I do wonder if there are more than one transport for the guests. So the more important sort of things you want to ask is like, where are the guests coming from in particular? Do they get them from one instance? Do they get them from another? Because obviously that boat has been intercepted somewhere, and then it's been washed up, or it's been left sort of barren in like an area which is just depleted of water and oceanic, or like a lake or something like that. So it definitely has to have some sort of correlation from a location. And I don't know, I find it quite interesting to think that the guests might have been on the ship, or it's just a ship design that is used within Little Nightmares. Like they could have just been carrying the dwellers or something like that. Like it's just its own type deal. But it is an interesting correlation. I think it is very intentional. I think I mentioned it before in a video where I said about the guest boat was very the guest boat. Like it seems way too intentional to sort of leave that as is. But yeah. Hi, is the street for something? Darian, we are sort of like coming close to sort of the end of the stream, if you will. I keep going really high pitched when I get further into the message. That's okay. It's going even higher. It's going to get higher. there I am. Higher. That's close enough. But I do think those ships are quite an interesting piece of lore. Like, it's going to be hard to decide if it's actually intended for the Moor or not. I wish there was like some kind of detail that we could really zone in on. Like I've seen the ship model before, and it just looks to be quite generic. But again, if we can find some sort of correlation, that would be great. Do you think the time in the nowhere? I don't think time works the way you perceive it to in the nowhere. I don't think time actually is a thing within the nowhere. And I think the grandfather clocks is a great example of this, especially when they just spin, and get stuck on a certain point. Because it's like they keep redoing that sort of a loop, if you will. But time generally just doesn't work as it should do. Again, I think it's all about the observer. It's like one really interesting thing is that. So I got this book because this is one of those books that I think this is actually a children's book, funny enough, and I think Dave Mervick mentioned that this book actually had a little bit of inspiration for Little Nightmares. And the really interesting thing about this book is, one, I've not finished it yet, and two, I haven't even started it. But it's about the turtle that can time travel, but that's a very loose sort of statement. The turtle itself is like a real... you know what? I think what I'll do is I'll read this thoroughly and then give you a proper link to Little Nightmares, canonically, like all that kind of deal. Because basically, the turtle doesn't use time as like you would expect. It's not time as you know it, basically. It's all about perspective, and again, in the nowhere, perspective is key. And it's all about, you know, the perspective of the resident and also the children, and yeah. Joel puts book back. Oh Lord, don't say that. Because it will. It will. Yeah, that. Which one was it? It was that one, wasn't it? Yeah, she's super glued. It's not an official. Is this official? I can't remember. She is super glued and fixed. Nothing a bit of Gorilla Glue can't fix. But yeah, yeah. It's fixed. Luckily. Won't be for long though. It'll break again. And I can't remember. Did I show you I got the janitor one in the end? Okay, I don't know if these are official merch though. I can't remember. I think they're meant to be in partnership. I don't know if they're... A little 6 in the box. It's so cute. It's a sick in the box. Wait, can the camera focus on that? Oh wait, hold on. I gotta do the YouTuber-y hand porn thing. You can see that? I'm on camera, you got it. There you go. Look how little it is. Ignore my fingers, they are fecked. It's all guitar playing there. It's like my nails have gone to sugar. But yeah. Checking back in, you're still on almost half 10, John. Where's your better? Very soon. Very soon, JK. I am in my 30s. It's bed or nothing. I don't function without my 7 hours sleep. John eats 6. She does Dorito afterwards. Oh, I could do some Doritos actually now. I want some Doritos, for God's sake. I hope that Little Nightmares 3 is above 5 hours. I think it will be. I think Little Nightmares 3 will be aiming more towards the 7-hour mark, I reckon, this time. I don't know. Maybe? Yeah. 6 to 7, I reckon. I reckon we'll be in there somewhere. George, you sleep? Yeah. I often, most of the time, I leave the computer up for, like, Discord and stuff, because I just can't bother. 6 in Bollock and not show. Imagine a Little Nightmares book of the words of nightmares. With what? I can't remember what the leaked names of those books were. Because it was the Lost... No, it weren't Lost Little Ones, was it? Oh, what the bloody hell were their names? I'm going to have to go look up the blue... I'm going to have to go look it up now, I know. I cannot remember what they were called. Is that what it was, Little Lost Ones? I cannot remember it, but I know there was 2 books that are coming out. I've actually spoken to the one guy who has written one book. Obviously, he hasn't told me anything. It was just more of a, oh, can you confirm this? Because I've spoken to him before. And they were like, yes, it is a book. It is happening. So we definitely know one of them is coming. And the other one should be coming too. But I just never remember. Not the comic, not Descend into Nightmares. Not Descend. It was literal books. Someone said, and I don't know if it's true or not, but one looks more like a... one looks more to be recognised as like a completion book or something. Which I don't know if I believe. Or if it's like a... I would believe perhaps it's like a story recap or like a history of the world. The Lonely Ones, is that what it was? Read books and touch grass. Yes, I've ascended as a human. No longer do I curse myself with the digital library of chaos and pain. I go out and get stung by nettles. Dive into the nightmare. God, that was funny. I like that video we did for that. It was really fun. Again, I don't know if anyone knows it, but I edited that video for Dan. It's such like a weird little... If it weren't for that video, I'd never got into Little Nightmares. And it's actually... It's Leanne's fault. Leanne played it and was like, oh my god, this game is really good. You should play it. And I was like, fine, I'll play it. Before Little Nightmares 2 releases, we were afraid we play the first game. Yeah, honestly, sometimes I have to like replay Little Nightmares again and again just to like sort of ground myself back to what we know. Because sometimes I like to really go over the top with some theories and like really go, what if this is this, this is this, this is this? Oh my god, there's nothing stopping this. So then I'm like, no, dial it back. Barbara's gonna get you. Can't wait for the JT music Little Nightmares 3 song. I know, I do enjoy it. To support the respawns. It's a point. It's an interesting point. It is, Daniel. It is. I would never say never. That moment sort of changes. That moment sort of changes a lot. So I'm lost there. I'm lost. Do you think Little Nightmares 3 will be at Summer Game Fest? I do think so. I think we'll see something. It seems a bit too long to be radio silent. Like, the Twitter was active randomly, and then nothing again. It's just, I don't know. It just seems like it would be the sort of time to do something now. You know what I mean? What month do you think the game is dropping? I reckon about September or October-ish, if we get a release date now. I do think they're going to give themselves a little bit more wiggle room. No worries, J Lard. Thank you so much for dropping in. I appreciate your face. Hope you have a lovely night. And, yeah, have a lovely morning, day, or night. Next day. I'm confused. I don't know how to do my own outro anymore. Before you do you believe that only cut characters will... Oh, I don't know. Oh, that's a good one there, Will. I would love to see... We can't, though, can we? We can't see the bar because it's not the setting, and we can't see the Wax Bowman because it's just not the same setting anymore. If they go back to if they go back to the moor, yes, I would love to see something that we never saw the first time. Again, that would be a great way to sort of intertwine them and make it fresh rather than just being like kind of repetitive. That would be a great way to do it, definitely. Also reveal it. Yeah, I don't think they're going to reveal a lot at the anime festival. I think it's just going to be the demo. Like, if you were talking marketing for me, I don't think there are many eyes in the Indonesian festival, as well as like the Polish one. I don't think there's many eyes. Whereas if you were putting your money forward, it would be at Summer Games Fest because that's where most of the eyes are going to be at that time. Like, I remember it's something silly. If I wanted to go get my if I wanted to get my indie games, like, a trailer on there, it's like £150,000 to get them up for, like, a silly little spot ad. And it's, like, one of those throwaway trailers. It's not, like, a big thing. It's like I think that was, like, $250,000 or something to get, like a good section or something. Again, don't know completely. I think it's alleged or whatever. I don't sue me. Jeff, please, don't sue me. Jeff, please. I'm going to get my buddy Hiroshima on you. Jeff, leave me alone. I've had enough. August would be a good shout, though. I think August might be a bit too soon, though. I think they will use that extra time. I really do. Yeah, I mean, again, it's each year. I don't. If you want to fit it in, I think you could, but I don't think it means anything. I just think. I don't know, it's quite an interesting one, that one. Andrew. Imagine the actual show below. Imagine they actually showed like the boat while person taking Veronica or something. That would be cool. I'd love them to like do another variation of the Veronica song because they did it in Little Nightmares 2, and that was quite funny to listen to. Because it literally was them mocking the song, like it was like the devs mocking us, but really listening into it. I found that hilarious. So I'd love to see them do like a kind of variation for that. I'm gonna head out. No worries, Carly. Thank you for dropping in again. We'll probably end it in the next few minutes anyway. But yeah, thank you for dropping in. I appreciate your face. I, I was just about to say, should we go raid someone? And I thought, oh wait, we're not on Twitch. I actually can't remember. I don't know if anyone knows, but we do have the Discord back. Oh, so if you did want to join the Discord, again, it's not really moderated as extensively. Because, one, I moderate the Little Nightmares one on Reddit, and I don't really try and like indulge myself too much in the servers anymore. Like I don't try and talk and all that sort of stuff as much anymore. But if you want like a server just for like my channel, then I will give you that link. I believe that's the one. Yeah, there's my Discord link if you want it. I just made a new one. You can do raids on YouTube, but it's allowed you to raid into them. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know for next time. Nothing related, I randomly thought about how long it's going to be as avatar elements. Mono would be air, 6 would be water. No, low would be wind is a good shout. I feel, yeah, mono with earth would be good. I feel like I'd swap Runaway Kid and 6. Because the Runaway Kid obviously plays a lot in the DLC with water, especially with that granny level and stuff. Oh, sorry, I had a pig. Oh, sorry, I won't get to the pig. I'll get to the pig in a bit. Oh, bad. Do you own the unofficial little... which plushie is that, Nightmare? I don't own plushies, but I own the unofficial statues. The little knockoff stuff. I've got a few of them. I thought that Discord was for members. It was initially, but then I've opened it up to like everyone. But members still get like the primary roles and things, if that makes sense. It's just that I soft launched it initially, but obviously with Little Nightmares 3 coming at some point soon, I thought it's probably best to open that up now. But yeah, members will still have like a fancy role and all that jazz, just like the Twitch subscribers do and stuff like that. Because I don't know if I ever mentioned it, but the Discord is integrated with Twitch as well. But like things are set up. But again, I'm trying not to, because it was a very big thing initially. Because like I remember Ismail being in it and stuff, and like people were referencing it and stuff, and it just got very big too quick, and I couldn't handle that, to be quite honest. But yeah, but oh, that was good. It's Chocolate Milk Nightmare. That's your username on Discord. Yeah, I can see that. That's really good. Nice. Oh, I don't like that. Scary. I can't remember what that thing is, but you know when you've got, there's like that phobia of like holes and little holes. I forget what it's called. It's something like, it's really hard to say. But I think I will end it there. Of course. Oh, is that you, Dr. Nightmare? Oh, how did I not know that? Have you changed your name again? I am terrible. I apologise. I apologise profusely. Just showing the Discord when people show some art there. Oh, lovely. I love it when people show art. I really do. Tryphobia, that was the one. Thank you, Will. Thank you for joining in. I appreciate your time. And again, thank you for popping in, talking Little Nightmares. I really appreciate it. Again, we'll probably end the stream a little bit in a minute. So I'll get any last minute sort of questions in. Next time I do a stream, I will let people know about it. If YouTube has sort of caught up with everything and it sort of pockets these streams a bit nicely now, I think what I'll do is we might do it a little bit more regularly. The chiller streams are more on Twitch. We do stream on there like a little every now and then, but be warned, Twitch is very unfiltered. Like I do swear a little bit and things over there, but you know, I just play a lot of variety on there. Like I mean, we recently played Project Zomboid, things like that. So again, if you wanted to, the Twitch is there. I will link it just in case. There's the Twitch, because I am really bad at linking things. There's the Twitch. If you want to follow, again, no pressure. It's just a lot more chiller over there. But yeah, yeah. Lick, honestly, it's on the cards. YouTube live streaming has got a little bit better. I will say as much, because the reason why I stopped trying to do Little Nightmare, The reason why I stopped streaming on YouTube is because it got really funny for me, and it was not notifying people when I streamed. And like, I had people tell me that basically I had been streaming for a good like 10 minutes and no one got the notification. So I was very cautious of it back then. But I think now my account's been a bit more active again, and you know, this stream hasn't messed up. I think it's okay, and I think it's going all right now. So definitely will stop streaming. Honestly, you'll never meet a more English person who is terrible at the English language. I am terrible at my own native language. It didn't notify me for the whole thing. Yeah, see, it still does it. I'm hoping the more consistency it gets, so it does kind of ease up on that. Again, if you want to get notified fully, it's the bell, and then you've got to hit for all notifications. That's the only sort of thing I could suggest if you did want to be here for like future live streams and things. But next live stream, I will give people a heads up when it does happen. We could probably play like a little game or something while we do it. And again, no question off the table. If you've got something to ask it away. Little Nightmares related, Reanimal related, do what you need to do, ask away. I am very hard to offend, and I literally mean very hard to offend. Like, I laughed at the bold comments. They were funny. But of course, keep it respectful all the time. You know, if it gets to a point where it's just too much, that's when it's sort of like... But I am very much open to taking a joke. Like, for instance, I took 5 of the bold jokes before I thought, okay, now you're just provoking. So, but yeah. So again, feel free to, you know, relax in the streams. I don't have an ego. I don't feel like I'm better than anyone. So again, if you want to just ask and just vibe, chill, tell me your day, tell me anything you want to talk about, I am always open to it. I am not like really up my own ass, if that makes sense. I can't stand that type of people. Does my head in. But again, so like the next sort of streams will be very kind of like more relaxed. But again, I'll try and do it more. Try and do it more scheduled or something. What would be like your ideal day? So chat. What is your ideal day to watch a stream? Like, do you like doing it at the end of the week, like after a long day of work or a long week at work or school? And do you like just chilling out on a Friday night watching a stream, or do you like chilling on the Saturday after you've done all your deeds for the day or gone and done some stuff in town, or blah blah blah, and then you watch it, and then you sit down, you have your dinner, and you're nice and relaxed. Then you watch a stream. Is that your Saturday or Sunday for you? You know, what's your kind of okayish day? Cringe Lord, welcome in. Right on time, bud. Right on time as we wrap it up. See, Friday seems to be a very common one. Tuesday is well, I've never seen before, actually. You're the very first person I've ever seen to recommend Tuesday. No! Again, if you want to keep an eye on the streams, I think you've got to do the notification thing. You've got to notify and all. Friday night is very chill. Okay, I think we'll try to do Friday then this week. We'll try to do a Friday this week. We'll schedule it around GMT 8 o'clock-ish, roughly. We'll try and find like maybe a little Nightmaresy like game to play, rather than like just sit and talk, because obviously it's got to be boring for you guys and gals for this. This must be like so boring to just sit and watch me talk. I mean, I did have DVD up, but you know, I can't keep an eye on chat while I'm playing. Like, and that's the one thing I get really guilty about. I hate not reading chat. Friday night streaming. There's the series name. Done. Do you think the Nightmare stream will have a release date on Friday? I reckon it will. Because, oh yeah, and Friday's Summer Game Fest, isn't it? So yeah, we're going to have to do it on Friday. Game suggestion, Night Signal. Ooh, what's that? Again, I love indie games. And when I say indie games, I love the real, like, terrible indie games. Like, I love a good low PSX horror game. I love a little random horror game. So again, very open to games that you suggest. Maybe like itch.io games and things like that. Very open to it. Holy crap, I'm being chased. Night Signal. Oh, I've never seen this before. Short third-person horror experience that seems very good to the television set. Oh no, not another television set. I posted on my partners. Oh, okay. Cringe Lord. We love listening to you yap. Thank you. Thank you, Inanimate Worm. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. I am very fluent in yapping. Yeah. We spoke about it earlier, Cringe Lord. Like, the video will be live, so you can view it. It's not going to be locked behind anything. But we have spoken about it. And just to sum it up, I think it's a very good chance. Always sort of curve it, though, just to be sure. Because, again, they both have their own interests. So Bandai have got loads of games they're doing themselves. And also, Supermassive Games has that Detective 2020 game, 2080 game, whatever it is. So it might be that. I am 80% sure we'll see Little Nightmares. Like, I have a little bit of doubt, but I actually do. Like, I'm going to be streaming it, so I assume something's going to be there, if you know what I mean. So, I expect there to be something there. But be prepared for disappointment. As Leanne always says, prepare for the worst, hope for the best. That's always been her saying, actually. And I'll have to get Leanne on a live one day, and we'll do some, like, Phasmophobia or something like that, because me and Leanne used to, like, grind the crap out of that game. Amori is something my daughter absolutely loves. Amori, and I've watched Leanne play Amori. I have not played it myself because I can't jive with those. Is it a JRPG? I can't jive with JRPGs. Fears to Fathom has been recommended before, so I think that will be something I do give a go. I just finished the Dreamer mod. Oh, what's that? Hey, Freeze, welcome in. You have a daughter? Yes, Nick. I actually have four kids. You wouldn't believe it. I try and keep the kids really separated from like anything I do online because, of course, danger. And you see how it goes for other creators. So I never try and put them in any sort of light like that, especially not them. But yeah, why is it always brand new news to everyone? Like, for context, the youngest is 4 years old. Like, that's, again, my life story is a very interesting one. We'll have to get into it one day. It's a shame we don't do those YouTuber story things anymore. As the full protagonist kids. Yes, I have the story lore downstairs. Oh, thank you, Cassandra. Thank you. Yeah, but Amori has... I always hear Amori has such a high praise. But I watched Leanne play it a good few times. But, like, I try not to lock in too much. Because if I ever play it myself, then I'll get to experience it. But I do... From what I've seen, I do not trust Sunny. Sunny looks like a little... And Basil looks adorable. Sunny looks sus. And, what's the other one? Hero is just a sweetheart. And, oh, is it Mari? Mari? I can never remember. Not the Sunny slander. Well, I look like Sunny, so no. It's just I think it was accidental, not spoiled for me, but I saw like because we were doing things for Christmas, blah blah blah, and then we were getting my daughter like an Amori thing, like handmade whatever, and it sort of showed something. I was like, I recognise it. I can't figure out why, but I know it's important. If that makes sense. Like, but yeah, I probably should play it one day. But yeah, what's it like being a dad? Words doesn't describe it. It's very hard to put into words how it feels like to be a father. The phrase unconditional love is often referred to, and it is like, it's hard to, if you don't have kids, it's hard to concept or grasp the concept of always will be loving something you never knew until you have them, if you know what I mean. Like my kids are my world. Leanne is my world, my fiance. My family is my world, and like, I get scared at the idea that if I never had them, what would I be doing? Like, they are, without it sounding like cringy, they are my world, basically. They are my world. Everything I do is for them. But yeah, it's such like it's a hard one, because it's also very hard being like a YouTuber as well as being a dad, because back when I was trying to do YouTube, and this is like, I'm 32. So if you ever read a wiki, they have got it wrong about my age. I was born in 1993, so I'm 32. And back when I was doing YouTube, it was taboo. People hated it. People always had something to say about it. And, you know, it was faced with lots of negativity. But of course, I kept doing it through the years and whatnot, and never cared because literally, you only live your life, and don't let anyone else ever dictate what you ever find you want to do or be happy. Just be happy. That's all you've got. Don't waste your time worrying about other people and what they think, because in reality, and it's always one of the best sort of things I always think, one exercise is like, oh, think of your most embarrassing moment. You can think of it like that, can't you? Like, I know mine, I know yours, you know yours. But can you remember the guy you saw that day when it's Sainsbury's? Or no, you can't. You don't ever remember anyone else's, So who cares? Who cares? Live your life, be happy. But it's really hard because my kids see what I do, and often they think it's quite cool, and they're like, oh, I want to do this kind of stuff. I'm like, let me tell you, you can do what you like, right? I'm very happy to support you, but it's not an easy game. It's not an easy thing to do YouTube, especially in these day and age. But it's very interesting. Who's your favourite Little Nightmares theorist besides yourself? I don't watch theorists per se, but I think for person-wise, my favourite sort of person in the Little Nightmares community I've interacted with on YouTube, I would have to say Gemini is definitely up there. Definitely Gemini would be up there. I'm trying to think, especially solely Little Nightmares stuff. Of course, there's massive YouTubers Subaru Bro, Mike, and all that jazz. But me and Mike worked on Glitched Out, and then we became quite good friends over that. But in the circle of Little Nightmares, I would say Gemini is probably the one I would support often. Again, I wouldn't watch any other YouTubers, especially like that. I mean, Philsby, I've seen a few times. He is genuinely quite a good creator as well. He looks like he's up and coming, and I think he's someone to keep an eye on. He's got some interesting ideas. I think a video of a few months ago, I think it was, and he had an interesting idea on that one. I think it was Gemini that shared it, funny enough, or something. But yeah, it's that kind of entwine I enjoy supporting. I'm all for enjoying creators. But yeah. Gemini mentioned. Yeah, Gemini is such a wholesome dude. We've spoke before, not even in videos, just on calls and stuff. And my guy, he is the genuinest person you'll meet. He is so down to earth. Me and him, we were talking before, and I said to him oh, because I don't know how you would translate it into America, but we I was telling him we're from council estates basically. we were from nothing, and we've grown up in it to something, or what we have now. And it's so I think Gemini's a very wholesome person, and as a creator is a fantastic creator. I'm trying to think, is there anyone if there's anyone I'm leaving out? No, I don't think I'm leaving anyone out. I saw a live of him yesterday. Oh, Gemini, yeah. I've got some memberships to give away for Gemini, but I keep missing his streams because I've got normal day-to-day stuff doing. Yesterday I was painting as well, because today I was painting our living room and stuff, and today in particular I was doing the front room and then a bit of the dining room, but yet the day before I was doing all the hallway. And I don't know if you've ever painted a feckin' hallway, but the hallway was a nightmare because I've had to get up to all the corners and all the stuff with the stairs, and oh god, being a homeowner sucks. But I had to do all that painting, and that painting was painful, and it took ages. And but yeah. You paint? No, just house paint, just normal house DIY stuff. Yeah, I'm quite we run a house. I've got to have some DIY skill in me. We've done loads of little projects before. I also have, I don't know if you know, I'm quite a green thumb. I do a lot of gardening. I have loads of I have not got it now, but last summer I had a whole back garden full of courgettes, the sunflowers were phenomenal. I grew such high sunflowers. It was one of my flexes that no one will ever understand. They were like as high as the trampoline. And I should have bred the seeds, like crossbred them, but I just didn't have time to do it at the end. And then the garden was just kept like normal. It's just law, yeah. I've got like loads of stuff in between. Oh, the Overman. The Overman is definitely a good shout. The Overman does fantastic animations, and Yakusha as well. Those are the kind of Little Nightmares animators I would class. Again, Theorist wise, I would just say like Gemini, maybe Filsby. But again, I don't know a lot about Filsby. Only like sort of like on the outside. Very similar. I see like every now and then like a video that maybe Gemini's retweeted or something, or like shared or something. But yeah, but yeah, it's good fun. I could waffle for days. But you know, that's that. I won't talk your ear off anymore. We'll have to get some more It's Just Law drops in the next stream. But yeah, I mean, what's the weirdest thing I could probably tell you about me? I'm also a massive Filsby B2. That's the full name, isn't it? Filsby B2. 20 questions with Jord. Like, I'm also a massive motorhead. Like, I'm a qualified mechanic. You can believe that as well. So I do game dev, YouTube, qualified mechanic. I garden. I do house DIY. The list goes on. But like, I've also made music before. I've also been a video editor for YouTubers. Like, it's so weird. Like, I have so many like weird like things in between. I'm a massive petrol head for like bikes and things. I used to ride motorbikes a lot. I was literally at a point where I was nearly semi-professional. I nearly was a semi-professional footballer at one point. I actually played for our local Midlands team, like for the county, like, and I only quit that because I started to referee football officially. Honestly, I have some of the wildest fucking story arcs you wouldn't believe. Have you played Team Fortress 2? I did, like, old days. I used to main demo quite a bit because I love the Scottish one. It made me laugh so much. Ironic, I only mained him because he made me laugh. Yeah, honestly, I have got Nightmare. There you go. There's a short one. You look like to be a plumber. Take that how you want. I won't disagree with you because Leanne has claimed I have a plumber's butt before. Because I've been down before, like fixing something like what was I fixing? I can't remember what it was. I think it was a washing machine. I was fixing the washing machine. And my ass was out. She was like, "You've got a plumber's crack, you have." I went, "I'll stop looking then." So I'll take it. You are kind of right. My dad is a plumber. I don't know how you could be a plumber. Like, fair play to your dad, because that stresses me. Water stresses me out, especially when it comes to like homeowner stuff. Like, water is the biggest nightmare you could ever know. Like, if there's like ever a drain that's leaking and stuff, like, oh my goodness, it's such a headache. The only time I've ever really called anyone out is because a lot of like little plumbing things you can do yourself. Like, I've like fixed a few valves before, but nothing like major. But if I ever had to like redirect taps and stuff, like, that's when I'd call the plumber. The plumber would be a Little Nightmare's enemy, but it's just plumbing. Homeowner Jord the Tez. You better see over to comes over Friday. So a chapter on Little Nightmares 3. Oh, if they ever did a chapter of like the Toshas, like the chapter 5, the one that I helped do, I would actually be so happy with that, because like Natasha, I had so much, well, the blue head or whatever they coined him as, I had so many ideas for him that I think would have been, because I often, like, we had like back and forth a lot where I'd kind of like write the blue head man, or the sewer dweller, whatever you want to call him, as like game design proof as well. Like, I gave it a lot of like mechanical reasoning behind it, and I've always loved the idea of trying to turn that into something. Like, I've always thought it'd be fun. Imagine a DLC with Jordan the plumber. I'm here to fix your pipes. Get here! That would be funny. I swear, still a chapter that has Ninja Turtles and enemies. Yeah, I remember when I played Goat Simulator for the first time, and I was so confused by the at first I didn't know who it was. I was like, huh? It took ages for me to realize it was actually the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think I heard something about that. It was really Turtles initially, but because of like a lawsuit or something, they were a bit worried about it. They had to change them to people. So funny. Funny how it works out, isn't it? But no, I've waffled far too much for your ears. I think the next stream will be the Summer Game Fest. I will probably have a lovely can of cider alongside me, so it will get a little bit loud. Get a little bit funny, maybe. I don't know. But with that being said, I will let you know when is Summer Games Fest? 6th, I believe, and that is it's Friday, isn't it? Is it? No, I don't know if it is actually. I think it's a Thursday, isn't it? No, it is. It's a Friday. It's Friday. It's this Friday. Summer Games Fest is this Friday. So I will catch you next Friday when that stream starts. We'll do like a pre-stream and stuff. We'll get all the stuff ready. Hopefully we'll get a few like things fixed for the stream. But yeah, we will. Fury George was the third chef, but was checked in. I could have been the third chef. Ready? Ready for the voice acting? See, I'm on key. I'll be fine. Yeah, you see what I mean? Idiotic bookworm. Like, can I just call you bookworm? I don't like calling you idiotic. I don't like that. I'll just call you bookworm. But that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so much correlation between the marketing at the moment that I'm like, summons up. Someone's releasing summon. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining in. It's been a lovely little stream to have with everyone. It's been an absolute blast seeing all your faces and profile pictures and names. You know, bringing that back. I haven't seen a good while of you. A good long. I haven't seen you in a long time live, so I'm very happy to finally get back to it and see all. And I wish you all well, and I wish you all the best, and to stay safe. And of course, I'll let you know. Derek, why there's a letter. Sweet night, sleep well. But yeah, I wish you all nothing but the best. I will give you an FYI when I do stream next time, and all that jazz. I'll actually do it a little bit more professionally next time because again, we will have this Summer Game Fest stream, so that will be fun. But yeah, have a lovely morning, night, day or night, wherever you are in the world. Thank you all for joining me. I appreciate every one of your faces, and I'll see you on the next stream, and we'll try and get this a bit more reoccurring in the future. But yeah. Oh my god, Chrissy, I'm sorry, I'm just leaving. How is that? Hello, Chrissy, how are you? Hope you're having a lovely morning, day, and night, wherever you are in the world. We're just signing off. I will let everyone know next time we do stream, though, so it might get a bit easier for next time. If you want to know when I stream, hit the bell, hit the all notifications. Don't worry, I'm not going to flood your feed with posts and videos. I have got one little Nightmares Theory coming, though. But yeah, but with that being said, I will see you all Friday. Have a lovely morning, day, or night, wherever you are in the world. Appreciate all your faces, and be awesome. And I'll see you all in the next stream. Bye! Now, I've got to remember